Oh yeah. What's goody, my peopleizations? What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? We're gonna talk about it today. Cause see, I want to ask the question that how come nobody wants to uh um you know acknowledge what's going on? Uh I did my research today, and something I saw that I glossed over for quite some time. I just didn't pay it any attention, right? I glossed over it. The fact that Adrien Broner's first loss in his career to Marcos El Chino Maidana. Now, we know the situation with Marcos Maidana and Floyd Mayweather. But why does it get glossed over what happened prior with Adrien Broner? Because, see, just the fight before, this was the same scenario, but somebody on Adrien Broner's team dropped the ball. Why do you say that, Blue? Well, I say that because of this, right? It's just like the situation we have with Antonio Margarito and Miguel Cotto, right? See, when Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito fought, and Miguel Cotto said that there was something wrong, that got glossed over. But when he fought Shane Mosley, he tried the same tactic, and it didn't work because Brother Nassim Richardson, he caught it, right? And so with that said, you understand, he wasn't able to continue. He wasn't able to do and have the same success against Shane Mosley. Actually, he was knocked out. Now, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, that being Marcos El Chino Maidana, right? And we had the whole situation with the gloves. We had this entire situation with the gloves, right? Guess what I realized they said? When Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe said, listen, there's no way you fighting us with these gloves on. Floyd said, put them in the same thing I'm wearing or we don't fight. I'm the A side. This is Mayweather Promotions, right? And guess what? Guess what they said? Guess what Robert Garcia said, who was the trainer of Marcos Maidana? Guess what he said? Why not, Floyd? These are the same gloves he used to fight Adrien Broner. He said these are the same gloves he used to fight Adrien Broner. And Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather said, I don't care. See, Floyd Mayweather didn't catch it. Floyd Mayweather walked away and said, I don't care. He going to wear the same thing I'm wearing or he ain't going to wear nothing. Leonard Ellerbe says, go back and watch the video. He said, really? He used these gloves against Adrien Broner? And he said, yeah. These are the gloves he used against Adrien Broner. And then Leonard Ellerbe said, wow. Well, he ain't using them against Floyd. That's what Leonard Ellerbe said. Look at Leonard Ellerbe's reaction. He said, these are the gloves he used against Adrien Broner? And he said, yeah, these are the gloves he used. And he said, really? Wow. And his eyes got big, right? And he was like, well, he ain't using them against Floyd. Why don't anybody talk? That changed Adrien Broner's career forever. I'm going to say this again. That changed Adrien Broner's career forever. Adrien Broner even admitted Adrien Broner turned into a completely different fighter after that first Maidana fight. Well, after the only Maidana fight. He turned into a completely different fighter after the Maidana fight. And Adrien Broner is on record saying after the Maidana fight, I got hesitant to let my hands go because he took so much punishment in that fight. But yet everybody acts like this didn't happen. Everybody acts like this didn't happen. And now we fast forward to Deontay Wilder's situation. Look at the gloves, people. They are the same gloves. They are the same gloves, people. But again, because Adrien Broner never brought it up and nobody highlights it, they let it go. They act like it didn't happen. Do you see those gloves that he tried to wear against Floyd Mayweather? You see the gloves he tried to wear against Floyd Mayweather? And Adrien Broner's career was chained after that. For good. Everybody says, yes, Miguel Cotto was never the same. And everybody says, everybody complains, including me. I'll raise my hand. I always say, man, Adrien Broner need to let his hands go, man. Adrien Broner need to let his hands go. Adrien Broner, he stated, I've been a different fighter since that fight. So why don't we acknowledge that? How come we don't say nothing about that? How come that gets glossed over? No, it won't get glossed over anymore. Because, see, they can't even say we didn't wear the gloves because Robert Garcia is on record saying these are the same glove. And listen, Leonard Ellaby says those are the same gloves. Those are the same. And he wore these gloves with Broner. And he says, yeah, he even said just a different color. He even said just a different color. Yeah, because the ones he wore in the fight was red. The ones he tried to wear against Floyd was blue, baby blue. So the same gloves that we said, now just taking this into consideration now, Floyd said, no way. Floyd put his hand in and said, man, ain't no padding in here. No way. Look at this. This glove is already broken in. Look at this glove. It's already broken in. Look at this glove. Ain't no way I can feel my knuckle right here. So we don't think that had an effect on Adrien Broner? Of course it did, my peopleizations. And we're going to talk about it today. But first, let me greet all my peopleizations that stepped off up in here in this building. We got 550 people. I'm sure we got 500 likes, right? Because we got 550 people. So I'm sure we got 500 likes, right, my peopleizations? YN Noah Jorge, salute. My brother, salute. Y Noah Jorge, salute. Underground Asylum. Jerry 216 Robinson, Adam JS, Cliff Young, Darius the Great, Main Boxing Biker, Romel Lane, Colton Miller, Boxing Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens. Go subscribe to my brother Boxing Conversation, Reggie Owens. Jeffrey Lopez, Xavier Moses, Black Steel, Ruck Family Run Up Kings, Dwayne Freeman, Gavin Washington, Big Soul, Robbie Sanders, Mailman Mike, CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell, Charles Branch, LeVar Cooper, Daniel Stanley, Justin McCoy, Skills from New Orleans, Jada Moss, Mike G, Vince Williams, Royal Q Dash, Houston Promotions, Stacy 85 Cross, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? Signature Sounds, Ross Wenchie, Kurt Anderson, my brother Kurt Sugar, aka the Historian, my brother, my co-host. He said send a link. Will do, great brother. Goldie Boydley, TZ Frank, Paragon of Principles, Vinnie Vincent, DP Rocker, D Stacks TV, Bobo, my brother Chris Rob Media TV, Dom Scotland, Vinnie Vincent, Jay West, John Kramer, Uriah 1611, 7 Trillion, Royal Q Dash, Avarsky Boston, Dwayne Freeman, Chaz Oblique 0573, John King, Winter Train, Losers Complain, LDBC, Mr. Blue Taylor, Hood Entrepreneur 77, Mass Arms, Detroit BC, Main Event Mark, my brother, salute, Rock 03, salute, Be the God, Edwin Marines, salute, Wooski Boston, salute, the SS family, salute, JB Cool, salute, Anthony Williams, salute, Joe Pilot, salute, Anthony Hernandez, my brother, what's good? Where you been at? John King, salute, Kirk Jordan, salute, Picasso, salute, Mr. Blue Taylor, salute, Jason J, Freddie Foe, New Jersey, K Phillips, Adrian Vet, Retros for Life, 79 Boxing, Demetrius Hogg, salute, Derek Daniel, my brother, what's good with you, Derek? Marcus Thomas, salute, John Walker, salute, Winston Solstice GN, salute, Big Nick 32, my brother, salute in the super chat. He said, Blue, is it true that Fox ended his contract with the PBC? I haven't heard anything about it. I got to look into that, my great brother. I haven't heard anything. I was out, man, running errands. Khalil Eli, salute. Southside of Music, salute. Outlaw Junior, salute. Sugar, fantastic. My brother in the super chat, as usual, showing love. Eric Carr, Azap Sam, George Griffin, Calvin Johnson, Fly High 89, salute. Who am I missing? 335 likes, that don't work. We got 600 people in this building. Let's get 600. You understand me? We got 600 people in the building. We need to have 600 people. 600 likes. Opulent LD, F off, CB, John Walker, Old School Eric, T Diddy, Marcus Thomas, DP, Mr. P Depps, Alcoholic, salute. Bradley Carroll, G Black, Alexander Melendez, Giselle James, Ghetto Love, salute. Alice York, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, salute my great brother. Who we got? Mike Biggs Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother Mike Biggs Boxing, man. What's good with you, King? Picasso, LA, salute. Skills, New Orleans, my brother Quentin McClendon, salute. Jemiah Richards, salute. Eth Nana, salute. David Scott III, Sama K, salute. What's good with you? Mailman Mike, Jordan Marriott, Los Angeles Lakers, salute. Majid, salute my great brother. Nick Silvio, Emmanuel H, Marvin Rollins Jr., Marcus Thomas, Edwin Marines, Gary Smith, AJ, Yaya 1000, salute. Justin Watson, Christopher H, my name 0316, salute. Anthony Hicks, RST Steppen, salute. Jason Allen, Randy Jackson, salute. Wendell Wright, salute. Mo City Menace, salute. Kurt Bridges, salute. Masby Chillin, salute. King Terrell Boxing Legend, salute. I Perez 63, salute. Chanel Maid, salute. Contrarian Thinker, Tim Tyler, Battle Ready Fitness and Defense, Demetrius Hall, salute. 817 Boxing B, Reese 1871, salute. Lit Tone Capone, my brother, salute. Jovan Howell, salute. Desmond Johnson, salute. Who else we got? Cram Reberg, Alfred Pettaway, salute. Mark Fralin, Omar Gonzalez, Joseph Brown, Brandon Adam Perry, Chef Boyardee, salute. Urian Carter, ABM Mall, salute. Boxing Gore-Tex Official, salute. Zakir Khan, salute. What's good? Tyrone Gaines, salute. Detroit Dallas, salute. Detroit Alias, salute. Darnell Ford, Benny JR 2K, Emmanuel Gillard, salute. Black Steel, salute. Ali Muhammad, A Wizzy Bang, Graham's Fitness, Octavius Murphy, Ernie Martinez, Pete Rock, Enigmatic Son, salute. Deontay Ariel, Kareem Cunningham, salute. Johnny Q, salute. Devin Blocker, Martin Beal, salute. Jim Diamond, salute. Salute. All right, so let me get into this, man. Got to get into this. Oh, I'm missing a lot of my peoples, huh? Man, we missing a lot of people. Huh? Darnell Ford, salute. Who we missing, man? Kareem Cunningham, salute. RGJ3 Boxing, Art North, a pimp named M. Dot, Eugene Aaron III, Easy King, Anwar Willis, Alton Gaines, Jose Juarez, Beats for Lyrics, salute. Jose Cantu, Tony TV, salute. My brother Anthony Hernandez in the super chat. He says, been lit lately. Man, it's hard to keep up. LOL. Yeah, I ain't see you in a minute, great brother. Kareem Hassan, salute. Lamont Blake, salute. You know I notice my peopleizations when you ain't in the building. Rock Sage, Top Waivers, D. Warren, Vinny Vincent, Chris Mans, Ali Muhammad, Shay Thu, Rampage Jackson, salute. Chad Hamilton, salute. Nathaniel Weathers, Josh 5048, G. Harper, Immortal TK, Rocco Sage, Omar Gonzalez, salute. Kenny B, Ernie Martinez, Raider Time, Mucky Merck, Michael Parker, AZAP Sam, salute, man. Top Waivers, the Zoom Verse, my brother, salute. Joe B, salute. Bumpy T, salute. My brother Keon, Everything Boxing, what's good? Huey X, salute. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Charles Johnson, salute. Salute to my brother Mike Big Boxing in the super chat. He said, all love, my brother. Big ups, Blue Blood Sports TV, keeping us well informed. We appreciate you, King. Hashtag new media. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you 1,000%, man. David 8 Light, Fred Robinson, Anthony Howard, Spade Up 36, Baby Lancinan, salute. Chu Coronado, Desmond Johnson, the Zeus GQ, Meech the Shredder, salute. PMD 18, Omar Gonzalez, salute. Yeah, let me get into this. Chef Curry, salute. Michigan Made, salute. Goku Butler. Yeah, let's get into this, man. Let me get into this. So, B-Man TV, salute. So, smash that like button, man. We got 620 people. Let's get 620 likes. Frequent Fire RC, Richard Smith, B-Man 910, King Jaffe Joe, CB Black, King Said So, Omar Joe Taylor, salute, salute. Pensacola, salute. So let's work, right? So now you got to think about this. The gloves that he attempted to use against Floyd Mayweather were not acceptable. But they admitted they used these exact same pair of gloves against Adrien Broner. This changed and altered Adrien Broner's career forever. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. This altered and changed Adrien Broner's career forever, and we just going to act like it didn't happen. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're not gonna do, is act like it didn't happen, because guess what? We are going to, acknowledge everything and bring everything to the forefront. It's not that it's going to change Adrien Broner's career, but it did. This situation changed Adrien Broner's career seriously. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? This changed Adrien Broner's career. There's zero to little padding in these gloves. M-Stack 85, salute. In these gloves that they attempted to use, against Floyd Mayweather, right? Which was unsuccessful. You understand? But they were successful in using these exact same pair of gloves. Look at these gloves, my peoples. This changed Adrien Broner's, the trajectory of his career forever. This is just a different color. And Robbie Garcia is admitting of it. He said, these are the same gloves that we used against Adrien Broner. And Floyd Mayweather said, well, I don't care. But he didn't catch on, right? Look at these gloves, people. Look at these gloves. Look at those gloves. They're broken in, right? And so Floyd Mayweather, he didn't catch it. Floyd Mayweather said, oh, well, it don't matter. You ain't using them against me. And Leonard Ellaby said, he used these gloves against Adrien Broner? And Robert Garcia said, yeah, just a different color. But these are the gloves we use. And he said, and Leonard Ellaby's eyes got this big. And he was like, really? He was like, well, he ain't going to use them against Floyd. LaJessica Vernon, Peace and Blessings, Money in the Ghetto, Natural Africanism, Money, A17 Boston B, Gio James Khalil 98, Jose M. Severino Jr., salute. Right? So he said he ain't going to use them against Floyd, though. So, but look at Leonard Ellaby's reaction. Salute to my brother, Natural Africanism, in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. But look at Leonard Ellaby's reaction when he says, these are the same gloves we used against Broner. That changed Adrien Broner's career forever. And there is no padding in these gloves. None. Look at the video. Salute to my brother, Bitch B Megastar. Salute. Spazlini 44. Salute. So, AJ X9. Salute. So, with that said, right? Vince Williams, my brother in Super Chat. He said, Blue, they eventually banned those Reyes gloves from the sport. This is a fact. In certain places, though, right? Those Reyes XM gloves, right? These versions of gloves. So these are the gloves that he used against Adrien Broner. He used these gloves against Adrien Broner. And Adrien Broner's career has never been the same. His career was never the same. And if you look at Adrien Broner's gloves, right? And you look at Madonna's gloves, right? Look how padded Adrien Broner's gloves are. They fully padded. Now, Adrien Broner is wearing the Reyes gloves, but his gloves are fully padded, though. If you look at Adrien Broner's gloves, they're fully padded compared to Madonna's gloves with no padding. Look at Broner's gloves. They're fully padded. Look at the padding on them. His gloves are fully padded. Adrien Broner's career has never been the same. Now, I'm going to show you a picture, right? And guess what? Now, look, these are Tyson Fury's gloves, right? These are Tyson Fury's gloves that he used. These are Path Sport version of those MX gloves, of Everlast gloves that Madonna wore. Look at Madonna's gloves. Eerie similar. Look at the similarization. They're the same glove. Look. It's the same glove. It's the same glove. So this changed Miguel Cotto's career forever, right? This changed Broner's career forever. It changed his career forever. Salute to my brother Corey Lee Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother Corey Lee Boxing. He in the building, in the super chat. He said, my brother, keep grinding. Gloves got to be right, though. That's a fact. How these gloves are not right? How could this be the case? And we continue, right? Because I was the one. I was one of the people like, man, everybody throw their hands up with Adrien Broner. Albert Doherty, salute. Everybody said, man, Adrien Broner, man, he don't let his hands go. Adrien Broner said, go war 07, get him out of here. Goodbye. Get him out of here. Don't want him here. Kelvin Faulkner, salute. I want to see you, right? Go war 07. Go spar Adrien Broner with those gloves on. Why don't you do that? William Old School out there, salute. Deontay Mosley, salute. Loving Down Gaither, salute. Eric R. LeVar Cooper, salute. Go spar Adrien Broner, let him wear those gloves and you go spar him. And see if you got the same energy. Morpheus, salute. Morpheus, salute. See, a lot of people, they got, you could come and sit behind the, Taquan Savage, my brother, salute. They could come sit behind here and say, and say what they want. Go spar Adrien Broner with those gloves on. And let me record it. Big brother in life, salute. Jonathan Trotter, salute. Let me record it. Let's see. Let's see. Jonathan Trotter said, have I explained? He says, have you explained how they cheated? I'm late. No, I didn't get to that yet. Right? Mass on, my brother in the super chat. Marcos Madonna was a street fighter like Fury. That's why having no pad in the glove gave them an advantage. This is a fact. This is a fact, right? So you got to ask yourself this question, right? This completely changed Adrien Broner's career. As he stated, I got hesitant after the Madonna fight. I became real hesitant because what's our biggest complaint with Adrien Broner, my peoples? DC dude, salute. We got 820 people. How many likes we got? Go subscribe to my brother Boss Conversation, Reggie Owens. We got 820 people. How many likes we got? Ola Moore, music, my brother, salute in the super chat. Broner looked like he had been jumped by and Wilder. Facts. Don't dare. Listen, my brother Drew Titan, the Drew in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. Cedric Jones, salute. TC, Marcus, salute. So let me ask y'all a question. Didn't Adrien Broner body language and Deontay body language, didn't it look very similar? Will Latimer, salute. Talib Cunningham, Adrian McCoy, salute. Don't their body language? Tavern's Devant, salute. Sergio Gonzalez, salute. Sherrod Sandler, salute. Didn't their body language look eerie similar in the ring after they got hit? Look at Broner's first reaction when he got hit. His legs was noodles, right? Texas T 346, salute. His legs was gone. Miguel Cotto as well. But Miguel Cotto, right, it was accumulation because that wasn't the glove, that was the wraps. So it took time for the wraps to start to heal, to start to harden. SG Pass, salute. Spiritual Bias, salute. Butch Cassidy, salute. Shogun Blaze Z, salute. It took time for the wraps to heal. Keith James, salute. It didn't take, this was no padding in the glove. None of your business, salute. This was no padding in the glove. You understand? Right? Right? Remember that. Never trust thy enemy, salute. Right? He had Royal Q Dash, salute. Mark Wonderlick, salute. He had no padding in the glove. True Hands Boxing Team and Promotion, salute. Right? But guess what? Floyd caught him the next fight. That was the next fight. He didn't catch him that fight. Their body language. Chase the Coin, salute. LS2 Ob, salute. Look at Adrien Broner's body language. Now go back and watch the fight. Look at Adrien Broner's body language when he get hit, and look at Deontay Wilder's body language when he got hit. Very similar body language. It's like they were shocked, right? And they're late, like they trying to shake it off, right? But they can't. They can't. J Love 3330, salute. Tim TV 212, salute. Slim D TV, salute. They can't shake it off. It's not that they're not there. They can still punch, right? But every time they get touched, it's like they're back to it because somebody's hitting them with just their raps, right? I know what did Adrien Broner say? Look at that fight. Have you ever seen Adrien Broner take that much punishment in any fight other than that fight? Olamar Music, my brother in that super chat once again. He said they look shocked trying to process the feeling. Exactly. Exactly, my great brother. I couldn't have said it better. He said they look shocked trying to process the feeling. Exactly. Because they wasn't hurt. It's just a different type of... Look how they both fell. They both fell as if they was hit with something, not a punch. Look how they both, when Broner fell and fell through the ropes, look at his eyes when he look at his body language, and look at Deontay Wilder's body language. Look at their body language. Now, did Marcos Maidana have the same amount of power that he did? He was hitting Floyd in the now I'm not saying Broner has a granite chin. He was hitting Floyd, right? With big punches. Did Floyd react like Adrien Broner? No, because he didn't have those gloves on. Because he didn't have those gloves on when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Benny Davis, my brother, salute in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Right? He didn't have those gloves on. On the mic, my brother, Terrence Bailey Sr. Go subscribe to my brother on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. He didn't have those gloves on when he fought Floyd Mayweather. There's only one significant punch you remember, and that was from Floyd Mayweather Maidana Part 2, when Floyd tried to pull counter him and got caught, and then he did like this on the ropes, right at the bell. Sherman Callahan, salute. But look at their body language, and we cannot say Zan Calder, AJX and I, salute. Derek Deb, salute. Right? We cannot say this is a myth because Robbie Garcia is on record telling Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe these are the gloves that he used against Adrien Broner. And Floyd said, well, see, Floyd was walking away. Go look at the video. Floyd was walking away and said, well, I don't care what he ain't using them against me. I don't care who he used them against. He ain't using them against me. And then he said, Leonard Ellerbe said, well, these are gloves he used against Adrien Broner. And Leonard Ellerbe said, he used these gloves against Adrien Broner? And he said, yeah, these are the gloves, just a different color. And he said, really? And look at Leonard Ellerbe's face. Look at his reaction. He's like, well, he ain't going to use them against Floyd. That tells you everything you need to know. That changed Adrien Broner's career forever. And he said it on record, but we continue to gloss over it. Why? Because Adrien Broner is a showman. Adrien Broner is a showman. Adrien Broner, he promotes himself. So people take it and you take light of everything Adrien Broner said. So when he said, oh man, I haven't been the same. I haven't let my hands go. Go look at the interview when he said, I haven't let my hands go since the Maidana fight. He made me hesitant. Why? Because that was a different feeling he felt. He subconsciously, he can't get rid of that feeling. So moving forward, we look at Broner and we like, man, let your hands go against Pacquiao. Let your hands go against Mikey Garcia. Let your hands go against, look at the opponents he fight and don't let his hands go. Jamaican Solid, salute. Norfeeder Cole, salute. Look at look at the fights that he's fighting. Jesse Vargas, he ain't letting his hands go. Why? Why isn't he letting his hands go? And then he tells it. He says, because of the Maidana fight, I've been hesitant to let my hands go. Something changed in me. That changed me. Right. Right. You're not going to be so. Arise 12 Tribe, salute. Mac J. Hollywood, salute. FP Boxer, salute. He's not Gifted Soul, salute. He's not going to, D-Man Jr., salute. He's not going to go out there as natural as he once was because he knows there was something wrong. It's just not in Adrien Broner to say, hey, man, there was something wrong there. Yashua Ben Yisrael, salute. Weedy Wyman, salute. Even look at Adrien Broner when he go back to the locker room and everybody was throwing stuff at him and stuff and people was laughing. Remember that? Look at his eyes. Look at him. Kia Golden, salute. Look at Adrien Broner when he's walking. Somebody's walking back with him to the locker room. J13, salute. CC30 T Dub 757 salute. Tay Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. Jamil C, salute. Jamil C said he's not letting his hands go because he's lazy. Okay, so answer me this question. Was he that before the Madonna fight? Was he? Honey, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? One Main TV, salute. Was he letting his hands go before that fight? Yes or no? See, I don't understand people. Because would you get in the ring and spar Adrien Broner with those gloves on? Trey Deuce, salute. Would you? No, you wouldn't. If he wore those blue gloves that Madonna tried to wear against Floyd, would you get in there and spar Adrien Broner? Since you quick, Sylvester Solomon 2011, salute. Since you quick to say, oh, he's just this or he's just that. Okay, would you spar him with those gloves on? Eric Carr, salute. Would you let anybody, one of your loved ones, spar him with those gloves on? Because Adrien Broner, he lets him, he got power. Oh, he got power. So would you dare do that? Would you allow Deontay Wilder to switch the exact same pair of gloves? Let Tyson Fury wear the gloves that Wilder wore and let Wilder wear the gloves Tyson Fury wore. Would you be okay with that? Frequent Fire RC, my brother in the super chat. I've been saying that Blue, Chino cheated AB, and Trinidad cheated David Reed changed their careers for sure. For sure. For sure. William Old School Ardette, my brother in the super chat. He said Blue on fire and cooking. Salute to you, King. Always coming through showing love, my brother William Old School Ardette. Master Khalik, salute. Right? So here's the thing. Ratchet 91, Skinny 2 Liddy react, salute. So Born Knowledge, salute. So Ty Smith, AZ Desert Boxer, salute. Eric R, salute. Sweet Science Examiner, salute. So James Galbraith, salute. Stan Swift, salute. My brother D-Man Jr. said I would. You saying that now. But when it comes to reality, and you see Adrien Broner, Deontay Wilder putting those gloves on with no padding in them, you're gonna think again. You're gonna think twice. Believe that. Sneaky 2-5, salute. You're gonna think twice. Believe that. Devin Blocker, salute. Believe that. UFC MMA Boxing News, salute. You're gonna think twice. Believe that. Y'all Potter Show, salute. You're gonna think twice. He said, "No, I would let them put him on with Fury." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody gonna let him put him on with them. We ain't gonna let him put him on. No, sir. SG Pass, my brother in the super chat. He said, "Preach, Blue Blood. You cooking. Thanks. I appreciate you, King." Ashante L, salute. The streamer, salute. Kareem Ebanks, UFC MMA Boxing News, salute. So here's the thing, right? Now, since everybody, Ronnie L. Brown, salute. In the trilogy match, since everybody said there was nothing wrong, get those. We know Sugar Hill has the gloves, right? Shallow 23, the streamer, salute. Jay Lee, salute. We know Sugar Hill has the gloves. He's admitted that he has the gloves, right? Right? He admitted, he said, I got the gloves. Okay, give those exact same pair of gloves. Ebony Queen, peace of blessings, Queen. Brian Mathis, salute. Give those exact pair of gloves. Don't switch them. Don't switch nothing. Because I know Wilder still got his. Right? Switch gloves. Just switch gloves. Here, you wear these and you wear these. Same exact pair of gloves. And no complaints. No complaints. With Deontay Wilder's right hand. With Adrien Broner's power. True Blue 4-5. Dante Gilbert, salute. J8, salute. With Adrien Broner's power, let's switch gloves. I guarantee you they won't switch gloves. I guarantee you. Just switch gloves. No, I don't want to hear, well, we're going to wear the same gloves. You give him those gloves. We're going to wear it. No. Switch gloves. Switch gloves. You wear the gloves he wore, and he wear the gloves you wore. Switch gloves. I don't want to hear, well, me and Broner, we'll wear God's greatest salute, J.A. salute. Well, we'll wear J. Gibson salute. We'll wear the same gloves. We'll both wear the same pair. No. I want them to switch gloves. The exact same pair. No new brand, no new packages, none of that. We continuing what Broner went to 12 rounds, right? And Tyson Fury and Deontay went 7. So Wilder and Fury, we starting from round 8, same gloves. We starting from round 8, same gloves. And with Broner, we starting round 13, same gloves. Just different. We just switch the gloves at halftime. You know, in football, Prolific Life, salute. Melrose, salute. You know, in football, they switch. You go that way, now you go that way. No, now we just switch gloves at halftime. That's all. Dapper Douglas, salute. That's all. How come nobody, including myself, didn't realize that? Because Daily News, salute. We quick to say, pull counter boxer, salute. We quick to say, hey man, Adrien Broner don't let his hands go. Adrien Broner don't let his hands go. Monroe Ross, salute. Adrien Broner don't let his hands go. But look at their body language. Both of their first loss, and look at both of their body language. BJ Skrill, salute. Look at their first loss and look at both of their body language. D Brown, salute. Look at it. Look at their body language. Look at Adrien Broner. He still looked dazed. He was on cruise control, right? It's muscle memory. So he fought the rest of the fight on cruise control because it's muscle memory. But look at Adrien Broner when he walks out the ring and walk into the locker room. Black Alpha, salute. Look at Adrien Broner when he walk into the locker room. He looked completely dazed. He looked like he don't know where he's at. He don't know where he's at. But this gets overlooked. And myself excluded. Momo Gonzalez, salute. Knuckle up, salute. So now Adrien Broner never say this, more than likely, because guess what? Nobody's asked him. Nobody asked Adrien Broner. Who's asked Adrien Broner about this? Iron Levent, salute. Texas T346, salute. Chris Cahy, salute. You know why? Because Adrien Broner understands that as soon as he brings it up, and as soon as he says something, right, everybody's going to be like, Black Grass Podcast, salute. Everybody's going to be like, oh, well, TD LLC, salute. King Senior, salute. Everybody's going to be like, oh, look at Broner. They're going to dismiss him. Marvin Banks, salute. They're going to dismiss him. They're going to dismiss him. Just like when he said, just when he said, oh, I beat Manny Pacquiao, right? Right? That turned into, you know, oh, look at Adrien Broner. Oh, look at Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner. It turned into a joke. That's what it did. That's what it did. But look at his body language when he got hit. He's like, he's dazed. Smash the like button. Dexter Bryan, salute. Aleem Nasir, salute. How many likes we got? MPWTF, salute. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. How many likes we got? One honor, salute. So he's going back to the ropes, right? Olamar Music, my brother in Super Chat, one more time. He said, Wilder hit this man raw with his knuckles. We already know the rest. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. But look at Adrien Broner body language. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. And so then you look at the padding, the little to no padding in the gloves. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. We should have a K like already. Lennon Santos, salute. Jerome Rhymes, salute. We should already have 1,000 likes. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1,000. 800, don't cut it. Get the likes to 1K. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 1K. Right now, my peopleization. Smash it. Smash it. Let's work. Get the likes to 1K. So now let's look at this. Let's look at these gloves again, right? So Robert Garcia already admitted. He said these are the same gloves. It just was a different color. Look at the gloves. There's no padding in these gloves. It's a glare, so I know you can't really see it. Let me see if I turn on the light, if the glare go away. Look at that. Look at that glove. There's no padding in the gloves. None. At all. No padding whatsoever. Look at the padding. Look at the gloves. They're already broken in. They're thin. Look how thin the gloves are. And look at Tyson Fury gloves. Look at Tyson Fury gloves, right? And look at the same gloves. Same gloves. Look at these gloves. Look, no padding in these gloves. Look at that. Look how thin it is right here. Look how thin this is right here. Look how thin it is from here to the palm. Look how thin it is. And look how broken in it is. And remember, the commission, the boxing commission, right, okayed these gloves. Floyd Mayweather had to pay Maidana to wear a different pair of gloves. The boxing commission okayed these gloves. Look at these gloves, people. Look. The boxing commission was standing there when Floyd Mayweather said, there's no way he's wearing those gloves. And Floyd Mayweather tried to, look at those gloves, people. These are the same gloves he wore against Adrien Broner. Look right here. Look how thin it is right here. Look how it's sunken in right here. Look at this. These are the same pair of gloves that he wore against Adrien Broner. Now look at Tyson Fury's gloves. Look at the similarity. Look how broken in they are. Look. And ironically enough, guess what? This is the right glove for Tyson Fury. Ironically enough. Now I want y'all to understand something. This is Pafford Sports website, right? Tyson Fury glove that they featured and congratulate him. It's his right glove. This is his right glove. This is not the full pair. Why isn't it the whole pair, right? Right? Why isn't it the whole pair of gloves? They just featured the one right glove. Not the whole pair, just the right glove. Only the front salute. Only the right glove. Not the whole pair. Not both pairs, not the left one, but ironically enough, they feature the right glove. They featuring the right glove. What's the odds of that? That the right glove is the issue. What's the odds of that's the glove they choose to put on the website solely by itself? DC Dude, my brother in the super chat. We put too much trust in the commission bodies. The sport is corrupt from the top to the bottom. Salute, blue respect. Salute to you, King. For sure. That's why they don't want us to talk about this stuff. They don't want us to talk about this. Mike Hockey said horsehair. Right. Horsehair that could be manipulated. Right. So, right. Horsehair. Right. It was horsehair that they used in the Panama Louis Resto, Billy Collins situation. Because the hair could be moved around and sculpted. That's why when Alexander Povetkin, go look at Alexander Povetkin, when they chose the gloves with Dillian White, look what Alexander Povetkin he said. I want to try these gloves I want to make sure it's these pair of gloves that I see come in and come out. Donald now, 65-year-old G Grant, triple OG, salute. He said, I want to make sure it's these gloves that come in and these gloves that go out. And Dillian White said, oh, come on, man. What are you acting like someone? He said, no. He said, because I'm going to put these gloves on. And Dillian White said, don't put my gloves on. He said, I'm putting them on. I can do that because I'm testing them for my fighter. And then he said, I want to make sure, clap a salute. He said, I want to make sure that when these gloves come back, they're not manipulated. That's exactly what he said. He said, because you can maneuver around the hair. If you don't believe me, go look at the interview. Go look when Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin try on their gloves and see what Alexander Povetkin's trainer and manager says. Patricia Hines, peace and blessings, Queen. Go look what he says. Piedmont Rock, salute. Josh Hall, salute. Randolph Witherspoon, salute. So go back and look at Gajin 3369, salute. Go back and see what he said. Go back and see what he said. Michael Colbert, salute. G Funky Boxer, salute. He said, I'm going to make sure that you, Ali Muhammad, salute. He said, I'm going to salute to Khalid Nassim, salute. Corey Yellowman Jackson, salute. He said, I want to make sure that when these gloves come back, they're not manipulated. D, be that bitch, peace and blessings, Queen. Mikey B Champion, salute. Clay King, salute. Jamal Felix, salute. This is exactly what he said. Why? Why would he say that if this is not a possibility? If this doesn't happen in the sport of boxing? Josh Hall, salute. If this don't happen in the sport of boxing, why would a trainer and manager, not Blueblood, no, not me, why would a trainer and a manager of a world title contender, heavyweight title contender, in Alexander Povetkin, a well-profiled boxer, why would he say, I'm going to make sure that these gloves come back the way they go out? And Dillian White said, man, stop talking about it. He said, no, I'm going to make sure these gloves are not manipulated when they come back. That's exactly what he said. And he told the commission, when they stand there, Martin Costello, salute. He said, Scuba Steve, salute. He said, I'm going to make sure the commission, he says to the commission, I want to make sure that these exact same pair of gloves come back to me. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Come on, Mac Vaughn, salute. Why would he say that? Why would he say, I want to make sure these exact pair of gloves come back? Harry Lonsdale, salute. Why? And if you haven't seen the Louis Resto story with Panama Lewis, it's on TV. It's on right now. You could go on there and check it out. Iron Levent, my brother in the super chat, he said, what people don't know is Floyd had to pay 1.5 to Madonna after the whole glove situation. This is a fact. And the commission was there. So that means the boxing commission, these gloves was okayed by the boxing commission to wear. When Floyd Miller said, look at these gloves, they have no padding in them. I can feel my knuckle right here. Ain't no way he wearing these. Put them in the same thing I'm wearing or we ain't fighting. The boxing commission approved of these to the point where Floyd Mayweather, he had to make a choice. Pay Madonna and have the fight or don't fight. And remember Robert Garcia said, remember what Robert Garcia said. Lewis Henry, salute. Robert Garcia said, if he can't wear these gloves, we ain't fighting. We ain't fighting without our gloves. And then they tried to make it seem like it was the fact that he wanted to wear those colored gloves. Well, these are special made to represent. No, that wasn't the case at all whatsoever. They tried to make it as he wanted to wear these gloves because they was custom made for the colors. That wasn't the case. And Robert Garcia said, if he can't wear these gloves, we ain't fighting. We ain't fighting without our gloves. That's what he said. Why would you say that? And remember, they had a backup pair of gloves. I bet y'all don't remember this. D-Dub, salute. Remember this. They had a backup pair of gloves. Trick Noty, salute. They had a backup pair of gloves. Big Homie Coop, William Taggart, salute. Amir Raskari Barry, salute. Patricia Hines, Peaches Western Queen. BK Chef, salute. Stallion Triple X, salute. Remember, they had a backup pair of gloves, and Floyd said, "Where's his backup pair of gloves?" I bet you I don't remember that. Sid Deontay Fox, salute. They said, Floyd said, "Where's his backup pair?" And they gave him the backup pair, Ray Bidwell, salute. And the backup pair ain't had no padding in it either. He said, no. Put him in the same thing he wearing with me. His initial pair nor the backup pair had any padding in the knuckle area, and the commission approved of it. I bet y'all don't even remember that. His initial pair and the backup pair had no padding in them. This is the same thing. Mr. 6'7", salute. Gavin Washington, salute. Tito 9, salute. This is the same thing that they tried to do with O'Shaquie Foster in his last fight. But guess what? When O'Shaquie Foster and his team was like, "Where's his backup pair?" See, they remembered from the Madonna situation, right? G Funky Boxer said, "Not true, Blue." Yes, it is true. Go back and watch it. Yes, it is true. Go back and watch it. Floyd Mayweather tried on 2 different pairs. There's more than one video. He tried on 2 different pairs of gloves. They're 2 different colors. And he said, "Who gloves are these?" Go back and watch it. See through, salute. Floyd Mayweather says, "Who gloves are these?" And you can hear somebody in the commission saying, "These are a backup pair." And Floyd tried them on too and said, no, put them in the same thing I'm wearing. Now go back and watch it. Nehemiah Glover, salute. Oh man, Kurt. Oh, sorry about that. Let me send Kurt the link. Salute to my brother RGJ3 Boxing in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, I believe the reason why the Reyes gloves were banned was because they were filled with horsehair. After so many rounds, they could flatten out. This would give the other guy a clear power advantage in the later rounds. That's a fact. Dashiki Jones, salute. That's a fact. Ty Millionaire, salute. There's more than one video. Everybody always go to the initial video when Floyd Mayweather was trying on the blue one, and he says, "There's no padding in the knuckle area." No, there's more than one video. Stop watching that same video. There's more than one. It's like 4. And you can see him trying on another pair that's a different color, and he says, "Whose are these?" And somebody said, well, Robert Garcia, and they don't answer. And Floyd asks the commission, "Who gloves are these?" And they say, there's a backup pair. And he puts them on, and he was like, and he takes them off. He's like, no, just put them in the same thing I'm wearing. Just put them in the same thing I'm wearing. Devon Mosley, salute. Josh Hall said it's 6 different videos. It's okay. Ultra Virus, salute. Virus, salute. Right. So there's multiple different videos of this, but yet, here's my thing. This changed Adrien Broner's career forever. Rough Heart, salute. This changed Shepherd King, salute. This changed Adrien Broner's career forever. And he says it, but it's so easy for us to say, "Well, Adrien Broner don't train." Sebastian Butler, salute. Adrien Broner don't train. That's why he don't let his hands go. No, he told you, but you just choose to make up. You choose to make up and tell Adrien Broner what he feels. Duke Golson, salute. That's what happens. We choose, right? The red MX gloves were backup pair approved from a fight that happened the night before. Right. But they was also Madonna's backup pair. Go back and watch it. The Mitchell Show, salute. Slim Jim 314, salute. Al Roberts, salute. Because they knew it was a chance that Floyd wasn't going to approve him. Shadow 979, salute. They knew that. So Floyd said, "Give him the pair that I'm wearing." Terry Luster, salute. Period. Smash that like button. Tony Scott, salute. Al Roberts, salute. How many likes we got? Stephen Curry, salute. So regardless, let's say it wasn't. Why are we even talking about that? Let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say that wasn't the backup pair. Well, the backup pair was still the blue ones that still had no padding. So either which way you look at it, they ain't have no padding in them. That guy, George, salute. So regardless of which way you look at it, we always got to be very technical. Well, no, that wasn't the backup pair. That was actually a pair. Okay, so then the backup pair was the blue one that still had no pattern. What difference did it make? Even worse than the other ones. Alice York said we got 969. How? We should have at least 1.1 likes in here. Let's work. Got drama allergy, salute. Let's work. Marcelo Yolardi said not true. What's not true? What's not true? Tell us what's not true. Prince Hakeem, salute. What's not true? Tell us what's not true. Smash that like button. Get the likes up to 1.1K. Right now, let's work. What's not true? Marcelo Yolardi, what's not true? Oren Beaton, salute. Big brother in life, salute. What is not true? Somebody explain to me what's not true. Sean Richardson, salute. Explain to me. What's not true? What's not true? Ty Millionaire, salute. I'm eager to see what's not true. Somebody tell me, you said it's not true. What's not true? What's not true? Tell us what's not true. Clay King, salute. The real reason why Floyd made Madonna change the gloves because Madonna turned into a pretty boy with the sky blue colors, and Floyd Mayweather didn't want him to have the pretty boy a sense. You see what I'm talking about? Do you even watch boxing? Do you even watch boxing? Look at this comment. Do you even watch boxing? Do you even watch boxing? Because Floyd Mayweather didn't want him to match? Terry Smoot Jr., my brother, salute. General Long, salute. Tim Nick, salute. He didn't want him to match. Come on, man. Mookie Chase 0907, salute. Slim Jim 314, my brother in Super Chat, support AJ's creative designs. Who's that? Right Hook 1000, salute. Khalid King 619, salute. Marcus 510, salute. Yeah, you can't make this up. But the fact that, see, the reason I address this, right? I know my peoples be like, Blue, don't address these people. Don't address this one. Just don't, right? This is the thing. Salo San, salute. The reason I do this is because I want y'all to see that there's actually people, fans out there that have this mindset. Matt Green, salute. Right? Jerry 216 Robinson, salute. Okay. Inbox me the link on Instagram. Gifted Soul, George West, salute. BJ Skrill, salute. Inbox me on Instagram at Blue Bus Sports TV, all one word, Slim Jim 314. And drop the link where we can find it. That's it. He said that's his wife's design. Let's support that. Brandon Shamar, salute. Chris Trucker, salute. So I want y'all to see, Protest Manny, salute, that there's actually people out there that think like this, and this is why the sport of boxing can go the way it goes. Because you see, the brother came in here and he said, well, Adrien Broner, he didn't let his hands go because he just don't have the stamina, or he just don't want to. Mr. Mo Love Music, salute. He don't want to let his hands go because he's, what are we talking about? Michael Colbert, salute. Junebugger, salute. Really? Really? He just chooses not to let his hands go? Michael Webb, salute. Because he don't want to train, he don't want to work out. Did you listen to what he said leading up into this and when this took place? Doesn't it add up? The pieces fit in place, doesn't it? The pieces add up, doesn't it? Emmanuel H came in here and dropped it. I got to find a new word for 75. That's a half a hundo and a quarter. My brother Emmanuel H come in here and drop a half a hundo and a quarter on your boy Blue. He says it's crazy how people literally putting feelings over facts. How can they argue the actual footage? like it's bro, call a spade a spade. There isn't smoke without a fire. Shaking my head. Keep them facts coming, Blue, on their head. Salute, King. This is a fact. This is a fact. Fresh B-boy, salute. Kurt, I sent you the link. I sent you the link already, Kurt. So this is a fact, right? You can see Tyson Fury gloves. You can see Marcos Maidana gloves. But yet, we'll still say, well, Deontay Wilder can't box. 3/4 of a hundo. Yes, sir, my brother Terry Smoot Jr. That's what we got to call it. 3/4 of a hundo from my boy Emmanuel H. Right? So you gotta. How come we are quick to say? We're quick to say, well, it's Deontay Wilder can't box, and Adrien Broner is lazy. That's the reasoning for this for their opponent's gloves to look how they look. Michael X, salute. The reason for their opponent gloves looking how they look and having no padding is because Deontay Wilder can't box. No fear none, salute. And Adrien Broner is lazy. Mr. Miyagi, West Baltimore, salute. Isn't that something? Salute to my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, my brother, my co-host. What's good with you, Kurt?
Hey, Blue, man, back on the set.
I can hear you nice and clear now.
Yeah, I don't know. We had some kind of interference, but I'm good now, man. But what's up, chat? I didn't get to speak to some people in the chat. They were speaking to me. I had left, but it's good to see all you guys again. And we got a lot of boxing in the next 2 weeks. But this glove thing, this ain't nothing new. This been going on since the turn of the century. A lot of fighters just haven't been caught. They was doing it a lot in the 80s, but they just didn't get caught with the gloves. Like, for instance, Felix Trinidad, there was suspicions about him. People on the inside was telling me that his gloves was normal, but what he would do, he would dip his hands into ice water and keep them there and soak them. So the hand wraps were hardened like a cast. Then he would put the gloves on, and that would give him punching power. But I know Jack Dempsey gloves was loaded when he knocked out Jess Willard. That's the worst whooping I ever seen a fighter take. Broken ribs, broken jaw, teeth knocked out all over the ring. And it's we all know about Louis Resto. So this ain't nothing new. It's see, they do it because 90% of the opponent's team is not going to be able to catch the culprit. But Nazim Richardson, who was schooled by Bowie Fischer, that was who taught Bernard Hopkins, he was smart enough to catch Antonio Margarito. And Antonio Margarito been doing that for a long time because Antonio Margarito never had power like that. But he fought this guy real quick. He fought this guy named Sebastian Lujan. And I want you to go look at that fight. The guy ear was hanging off the side of his head. And I never seen nothing like that in all my years of boxing. And all of a sudden, he was knocking guys out. Or you look at the Miguel Cotto's face in the first fight, how it was busted up like he got hit with a pipe or a brick or something. You could tell gloves being loaded by the fighters' injuries. If they busted up in a certain way, and like Miguel Cotto was, I kind of looked at it, but when I saw the red dye, Margarito's hand wrap after he raised his hand in victory, I knew something was wrong. And you can catch this very easy when you study boxing, or you look at when fighters get hit, they react differently. And I heard some fighters say, man, I ain't never been hit like that. I ain't never been hit like that. So, just think of the fighters who did it and never got caught.
And that's my thing, Kurt. We quick to pass it off, though, Kurt. Especially when you have Adrien Broner, or it's not a coincidence that they're both outspoken. Close it. Right? They're both very outspoken. figures, and it's no coincidence. Fight to prove my love. Salute. Walk 'em down, Ram. Salute. Stephen Young, my brother. Salute. Stephen Truitt. Sean Jones. LaJessica Burden. Peace and blessings, Queen. It's no coincidence, Kurt. Mamba mentality. Salute. It's not a coincidence, Kurt. You look at it and you say, I'm looking at it, Kurt, right? Somebody sent me this today and they was like, Blue, you remember this? And I'm like, man, because I watched, there's so many videos, right? There's so many videos when this whole Madonna Floyd Mayweather thing came out. And I focused in on and honed in on not everybody else. I focused on Floyd Mayweather, Kurt, and what he was saying. And that's the mistake I made. Shamar Rashawn Shalom, salute. Instead of Prime Minister, salute. North Memphis 48, salute. Instead of paying attention to everybody's body language, I focus on Floyd and the commission. Josiah Matthews, salute. Instead of everybody. And so when I went back and rewatched it today, and I'm thinking, and I hear Robert Garcia say, well, these are the same gloves we wore. He says, Kurt, we ain't fighting if we can't wear these gloves. And then he says, well, Floyd said, well, I don't care. I'm the A-side. This is Mayweather promotion. He starts walking away. And when he starts walking away, Robert Garcia, because remember initially he said, you allow Cotto to wear these gloves. And remember Floyd said, how you want to tell me what Cotto for? Remember he said that, Kurt?
Right.
He said, you let Cotto wear these gloves. And he said, how you going to tell me what Cotto wore? I don't care what Cotto wore. You ain't wearing these gloves. And when Floyd is walking away, Kurt, he says, well, these are the gloves that Adrien Broner, Madonna fought Adrien Broner in. And Floyd said, I don't care who he fought in. He ain't fighting against me. And then Leonard Ellaby says, he fought Adrien Broner in these gloves? His body language, Kurt, said it all to me. He's fought Adrien Broner in these gloves? And Robert Garcia said, yeah, these are the gloves, just they was a different color. And he says, really? And Robert Garcia eyes, he goes, wow. I mean, Leonard Ellaby, his eyes go, he goes, wow. And his eyes get this big, Kurt. And he was like, well, he ain't fighting Floyd in them. And then it hit me. And I'm like, I go back and I watch this is another website, but they're real strict, so I would have played it. But I go back and watch this interview, which is with Adrien Broner. And Adrien Broner says, after the Madonna fight, it changed me because he was asked, why don't you, everybody questions why you don't let your hands go. And he says, well, after the Madonna fight, after that fight, that was a hard fight. He said, that was a tough fight. He said, and he made me hesitant. He said, he made me hesitant, Kurt. That's what he said. He said, I got kind of hesitant, and I got smarter, is what he said. And then he says, so I pick and choose. That's what he said. And I'm like, well, it makes sense. Look at the Miguel Cotto was never the same, Kurt. He was never the same, Kurt. Never the same. And then, Kurt, if you look back, I don't know if you ever compared the two, but now I look back. That's why I started late, right, Kurt? I look back and I watch Wilder's fight halfway through, and I watch the Broner Madonna fight halfway through, right? And as I watched it halfway through, I'm like, isn't this something? Both of their body language, Kurt, look the exact same. Both of their body language look the exact same. The only difference is Broner continued to, they was never knocked out. They was dazed from the point that they got, from the first point of contact, they was dazed from that point on, and they never recovered. They still was present to let their hands go, but they couldn't react. Their reaction was gone. Their legs was gone. At times, Broner had success. And remember, Kurt, he started letting them go. Boom, boom, boom. But he was on autopilot. It's muscle memory. You've been doing this since you was 5, 6 years old. You still can respond. But you remember, Kurt, when you look at Adrien Broner walk into the locker room, everybody laughed, including me. I'm like, man, I'm like, look at this dude, man. He don't want to talk. He don't want to, right? And now it hits me. He didn't even look at his body language, Kurt. Remember, people was throwing stuff at him because he didn't stay and do the post-fight press conference and all that. But when he walking back to the locker room, Ebony Queen, peace and blessings, Queen, you can see in his body language, he's still dazed. He's still dazed, Kurt. Fighters get knocked out, get up. Look at Dominic Brazil after he got knocked out by Deontay Wilder. Dominic Brazil. He got up after that, Kurt, and did a post-fight interview and talked to Deontay Wilder and everything.
Well, many fighters, when they get hurt real bad, they don't remember the rest of the fight. Look at the second knockdown that Broner suffered. It was remember he got hit and he just went down. It was very awkward. And he was like, he had a dazed, confused look on his face. I remember that very well, the second knockdown. So a lot of fighters, when they get hit and there's a shock to them, they don't remember. Tim Bradley was like that. And I would like to check Ruslan Provetnikov gloves. I always thought, I mean, they say he hit hard, but when you follow fighters from the beginning of their career and they don't get these scintillating knockouts and all of a sudden they get these scintillating knockouts, you got to question them. And that fight with Tim Bradley and Provetnikov, every time he hit Bradley, he hurt him. And
Right.
Bradley was out on his feet. And I ain't saying every fighter's cheat, but a lot of them gotten away with it because their teams wasn't good enough to catch the little tricks. And I'm going to tell you another trick. There was a heavyweight from South Africa named Jerry Coetzee. He was the WBA heavyweight champion where he knocked out Michael Dokes. This guy used to break his hand all the time. He had steel plates and rods and screws in his right hand. And I thought it was a very unfair advantage. And when he knocked people out, it was with the straight right hand. So you can't tell me that it didn't have an effect on his opponents. Me and my father and everybody start calling him the Bionic Man. That's a true story. You could look it up. Jerry Coetzee. His whole 80% of his hand were steel plates that was in screws and stuff. And every time he hit you, he hurt you. So stuff like that. The Trinidad, dipping his hands in ice water and ice, and there's a lot of tricks in boxing that people really don't know about. Fighters having the gloves on and hitting the wall so they can break the gloves in so they can have an advantage because the padding gets matted, and anything to get a leg up on your opponent. That's what they did.
Mm-hmm. And that's true. Future Past TV, he said, remember Floyd said that to Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, we ain't fighting. He said, Rob, you ain't got to fight, Rob. You ain't the one fighting. And Alex V, salute. Jadavius 2310, salute. So my thing is this, Kurt. We always act like, Kurt, I just show I show my wife the Luis Resto, the show on because it's back on that. For some reason it's playing every day. Did you see it, Kurt?
Yeah, I saw it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's playing like every single day, right? So on Sunday, it was on, and the wife was, and I just had it playing because I done watched it 15,000 times now, so it was watching me. I wasn't even watching it, right? And so she goes, "This look kind of old to be Deontay Wilder situation." So I looked up at the TV and I said, "No, this is about another fighter, highly anticipated, Tariq Ransom, salute." And so she go, "Oh, it is." So she watched it. Cause she had tears. She cried. She was like, "My son," because my son trains boxing, So she was like, "My son can't do this." She said, "Between what's going on with Deontay Wilder and this I just watched," she's like, she said, "How did he do this? How did he get away with it?" And we caught it. It wasn't at the beginning when we started watching it, when at least she started, right? And Marcus Ali, salute. And so she, we rewatched it from the beginning so she could get the full effect. And she's like, and this guy, Pookie Bear 97, salute. She said, and this guy is back trying to train people? because Luis Resto, he just recently applied for his license again and got denied, right? So she's like, he's still trying to train people? And I say, yeah. And she's like, wow. And you got to think, like, and it hit me because I'm like, wow, he did, And then the reporter, remember the reporter on there, Kurt, he said, I got him to admit, he did something wrong. So it's like Luis Resto, he knew he did something wrong, and, Panama Lewis, and man, Kurt, that just watching that, it just was like, it's amazing. It's amazing, Kurt, to me, DeAndre Smith, salute. It's amazing to me how people know these things happen. But every single time a fighter mentions it, the first thing we say is you can't accept defeat. Why is that, Kurt? Why is that always our first reaction? We got to see proof. We got to see this. Like, especially when it's their first loss. Or you can't accept defeat. That's always the response. Instead of we looking and saying, oh, for real? Let me look into that. Mars Jester salute. No, we always quick to immediately respond and say, oh man, this dude can't. He a sore loser. That's always our first reaction. Why is that, Kurt?
I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna make this analogy. I'm a huge baseball fan. I follow the Yankees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tie it into boxing. There was a player for the Baltimore Orioles named Brady Anderson who didn't even hit 15 home runs in a single season. That year he had 50. He was a leadoff hitter that hit 50 home runs. I said, no. Something gotta be wrong. And come to find out, he was on steroids. And people think that loaded gloves and different tricks are far-fetched in the sport of boxing. So the average fan is going to say, like, he can't accept defeat. But you have to investigate, and the commissions, they're not always 100% because they're not real boxing people. So they don't know the difference between a boxing glove and a mouthpiece. You need boxing people that can catch all the little tricks, with the gloves and the hand wraps and everything. So the average fan would be like, nah, especially if a fighter they root against, like Adrien Broner, be like, nah, yeah, he's crying and he's making excuses. And I'm not saying every fighter, but when a fighter is not knocking out everybody, and power is something you're born with. I mean, you can try to improve technique wise by shifting your hips and your shoulders, but when I see a guy knocking ears off people, and every time you hit them, they bleed in a certain way, the injuries are not consistent. I get real skeptical. I mean, when it comes to boxing, nobody can put nothing over on me. I see it before it happened almost. It's just, it seems like alarms are set off, and I'll be like, nah, something ain't right here.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Provetnikov and Bradley, I just thought it was funny because Bradley was concussed.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't remember nothing after the second round. He said he was concussed, and you don't hit like Ernie Shavers or George Foreman. So, so I'm skeptical on that fight. But it's been, like I said, it's been many times where fighters did illegal things with the gloves and never got caught. We just don't know. It's that proverbial. It's not, it's not that but what you can prove.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that Nassim Richardson, because I believe that Kermit Cintron was dead wrong by Antonio Margarito. Margarito was doing that for a very long time. He just got caught, because brother Nassim Richardson, rest in peace, he was just smart enough to see it, and Mayweather team was smart enough to see it.
Mm-hmm. And it's surprising me, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Kermit Cintron, he just was on. It might have been Kermit Cintron. I think he was going back and forth with Drew Titan and saying that Deontay Wilder just lost. I'm not sure, but I'm almost certain it was him. But at one point, he was saying that he believed, miss me on one salute, he believed that Margarito was having unfair advantages. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it wasn't Kermit Citron that's going back and forth just recently. But it just surprises me that boxers participate, and there's a possibility. Because like we said, A17 Boxer B, salute to your great brother in the super chat. He said they meant to teach AB a lesson. After that, anybody can get it. Mexican statement, strategic in his placement in San Antonio as well. Yeah. And so my thing is, Dury Johnson, salute. My thing is this, right, Kurt, is that the boxing commission they approved of those gloves for Marcos Maidana. Floyd Mayweather had to pay him, Kurt. He had to pay him. That means the commission didn't see no wrong in him.
Boxing corruption starts from the bottom and it goes all the way up to the top. And like Bob Arum said, you can kick boxing fans any direction you want them to go. Nothing surprises me. I done seen it all. People in the inside told me, referees, judges. I done seen it all. I done seen promoters eat with judges before the fight. I done seen everything. So this is not far fetched what we're talking about. We're just not making excuses. It done happened before, probably happened recently. We just don't know. We just don't know who did it and when.
And Kurt, we look at the situation in November with O'Shaquie Foster. They just tried it again.
Forgot about that one. Absolutely. See? And then they caught it.
Right.
When you get caught, you should be banned for life, man, because you can kill somebody or hurt somebody. You really can.
Right. And then, Kurt, my thing is this, right? They got the gloves, knew there was no padding in them. His manager and trainer, not the commission, his manager and trainer catches them. And then he tells them, well, these ain't, and then miraculously they go, oh, we got a backup here. These was a defect and these are good. What a coincidence. The original pair was a defect, but the backup pair is on the up and up. Isn't that a coincidence? What a coincidence. Ain't no coincidence. That wasn't a coincidence. Hey, Kurt, how could you look at Tyson Fury glove in that first fight, flopping around like that, and say there's nothing wrong with that glove?
Yeah, you're right. And he done did so much, man. He feels that he's untouchable, man. That's what flakes do. They feel like they can get away with any and everything. And we all know that those gloves were illegal, man. But like I said, boxing is so corrupt. He's gonna get away with it. But we having a platform like we do, we keep bringing smoke and it's not buried. But nothing going to happen to him. There's not going to be any suspension and nor investigation. So, it's very sad, man, because in boxing, it's already a dangerous sport, and we just want things to be fair. If a fighter loses, he loses, but it has to be at a fair advantage.
Right.
But that was unfair what Tyson Fury did to Wilder.
Right. And my thing is this, Kurt. It ain't the first time our favorite fighters lost. Kurt, I never would see the day. And I've been watching boxing for a very long time. Not as long as you, Kurt, but for a very long time. Right, Kurt? And I'm watching Roy Jones, and I'm like, man, it's going to be a long time for somebody to beat this dude. And maybe I was being naive, but I'm like, after the first Tarver fight, a part of me said, this dude looked like he got his number. But I'm like, Roy just wasn't Roy. And then when he got knocked out, Kurt, I was like, wow. Right? It make you look at Roy in a whole different light. When Sugar Ray lost to Duran, I'm like, man. Right? It's just sometimes it's just a shocker, right, Kurt? You know what I mean? I thought Mike Tyson, I was shocked when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, but I wasn't shocked when he lost to Holyfield. I wasn't shocked at all. I don't believe you wasn't shocked either, right?
No, not at all. I noticed Mike wasn't the same fighter. He was like kind of off balance, and and it showed in the fight because every time Mike would get hit with that counter right hand because he was off balance, and I kind of saw that before the Holyfield fight. I just knew Mike wasn't the same, so it wasn't shocking. And plus, Holyfield's a great fighter. He's not a good fighter. Holyfield's a great fighter.
A great fighter, Kurt. And so that's my point, right? Salute to T Skills in Super Chat. He said the betting odds are one of the main reasons for corruption in boxing. And having favorite losing to an underdog is big business, 10 or 20 or to 1 odds. This is a fact. But people can't look at that. You know what I mean, T Skills? They can't look at it from that standpoint. Because again, T Skills, sports helps us escape reality. And what you just said is reality. We don't want to live in. It's just like, people saying, well, the Super Bowl was this and this was this way and that was set up and this. We just want to enjoy it and don't have to live in reality. With T Skills, what you just said is reality. And that's what people can't accept. And we know this deep down, but people just don't want to admit it. And so when it's a fighter that they don't hold in high regards, well, then they just dismiss it completely. Jay Cooley, my brother, salute in the Super Chat. Blue, what's good? Salute, Kurt. Get them greens in, fam. Yes, sir. Salute to my brother, Jay Cooley. And so that's the thing, Kurt. But Kurt, when you look at it from this standpoint, right? We've witnessed our favorite fighters lose. So I know people don't understand, right? But when I watched Wilder lose, see, first I didn't even see it. I watched it in the arena. Me and Champ sat together. I watched it in the arena, and it's completely different. But the energy, Kurt, in the arena, J777 salute, was completely off. Like when Deontay Wilder say the energy in the arena was different, Kurt, it was a weird feeling. Now it was packed with UK fans, so maybe that's the reason. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., salute, the Young King. Green Hulk Dunham, salute. Right? So maybe that was the reason, right? It was packed with UK fans all over the place. So, you couldn't turn any way, every which way you turn, it was just UK fans, Kurt. Every which way you turn. But I remember Fury coming out, right? And I don't remember Wilder really coming out because it was like a airy booing, like everybody was booing. Like usually you get a mixed crowd, a mixed booing thing, but it was like the whole arena was booing them. You know what I mean? And it was like, I don't know, Kurt, but it was just a real different feeling from the first fight because I was at both fights. And it was completely different. You know what I mean?
Boxing is such a compelling sport, and I'm gonna tell you this: certain nights, the energy is off. You feel that a certain fighter cannot lose. And let me say that the Mike Tyson Buster Douglas fight. Look at that fight. It had a quiet eeriness to it.
Right.
It was very quiet. And I remember Larry Merchant saying, if this fight was in the States, the crowd would be in an uproar because, they called a good fight. It was like left, right, left, right hand, right on Tyson's eye. And if that fight was in the States, everybody would be out their seat. But it was like really quiet. It was very quiet. And I'm going to tell you another one was Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, the second fight. Because I remember boxing journalist Ray Charles performed America the Beautiful, God Bless America, something like that. And he turned to his friend and said, Roberto Duran ain't winning tonight. It was like a real American patriotic feel. And people was like, sometimes the anticipation of the event will let you know which way a fight is going to go. And Sugar Ray Leonard said the first Duran fight, Every fighter know when he's going to lose. Is a you get an eeriness when you look at yourself in the mirror and you be like, man, this ain't my night. That's the scariest thing about boxing because you'll be like, something just ain't right. And you don't heard fighters said, and if people, interview them, they be like, I just wasn't myself tonight. I don't make no excuses, but it just wasn't me. I was just off. It's like a weird chemical thing. It's just not your night.
Right. And it's weird, Kirk, because just like you said that, when you go to enough fights, like you and myself and a lot of the brothers, when you go to enough fights, it's like you take on that mind. You can feel it.
You can feel it, right?
Yeah, you can really feel it. It was like I was like, this is like, it was different. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this don't feel right. Like I had the same feeling when we was in Philly for the J-Rock fight against Jason Rosario. At that fight, I was like, man, it was like a odd feeling, like, and I felt it at the Hurd J-Rock fight.
Yep. And you know what, Blue? Sometimes I don't even have to be at the arena. When I was on an old boxing show, I predicted 2 upsets because I felt it, and that was Charlie Harrison. And then I said, no, there's a big one coming. I said, I don't know who it is. There's a big upset coming.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, who? And I was like, I can't tell you, but it's one. And it was Joshua and Ruiz.
Mm-hmm.
And Joshua felt something wasn't right because some people say he was hyperventilating. He was at the Garden and all that history of boxing. He couldn't take it. He
Mm-hmm.
could not. He could not take it. The arena overwhelmed him. And if anybody never been at Madison Square Garden, if you don't got your head right because of the history, it's like ghosts is in that building.
Mm-hmm.
You better have your head on right at Madison Square Garden because it has such aura it can eat you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Michael Jordan. It's not a mistake that Michael Jordan played some of his iconic best games at Madison Square Garden. That wasn't coincidence. That was on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something about that building. If it's basketball or hockey or boxing or whatever, but it happened to Terry Norris against Simon Brown.
Mm-hmm.
When he was staggering around the ring and Julio Cesar Chavez was in the back room laughing at him, it's weird how that happens, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Salute to Kevin Faulkner in the Super Chat. He said, can only imagine what the great Jack Johnson went through in his time. They were probably putting any and everything in his competition's gloves. Oh, man, for sure. Oh, for sure. Emmanuel H., my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on us. He said, Kurt dropping facts. Y'all talking about Fury Glove, but go back and pay attention to the 10 count in the first fight. Never seen something like that before. They definitely hate. They definitely don't like seeing us win. Mayweather beat the system though. This is a fact, and they were never approving of that. That's why I believe Floyd Mayweather won't fight no more. Not competitively. Hand D Lee Bars 419 McBride E. Salute, my brother. Been a while, but still rocking. I see. Salute from the 419 Toledo, Ohio. Salute to my brother. Salute. Appreciate you, King, coming through showing love, man. Yeah, Kurt, I'm not surprised at all. You know what I mean? I the Tiger, salute. Anna Israel, salute. I'm not surprised at all, Kurt, man. It's box fans, salute. The history of the sport of boxing, it just simply gets overlooked. That's amazing to me. Everybody just quick to just say, "Oh man, this dude is just being a sore loser." Oh man, this guy don't. Oh, he can't accept the loss. And you know what gets me? You know what gets me the most, Kurt, is when I hear other boxers say that. That gets me the most. That gets me
Uh,
the most, Kurt. It's because when I hear other boxers say stuff like, "Hey man, Cerebral Shadow Boxer, salute. Pac-Man ATL Tay, my brother Tay, what's good? President Jafar, salute. When I hear other boxers, Emmanuel Obang, salute. Kevin Munn, Silo Simon, salute. When I hear other boxers say, "Oh man, just accept defeat and move on," huh? And my thing is this, Kurt. If there wasn't any of this, then you wouldn't have inspectors, commissions, referees. You wouldn't have these guys in place if none of this exists. The reason that they in pace to begin with is because this exists. Everybody wants an advantage. So how could you are the peers? You're a peer. Why are you talking about just accept defeat, move on? No, how about saying, man, I hope that's not the case.
The cheating, fighters, corruption, everything, because boxing is an underhanded sport. People don't know when Buster was beating the brakes and rotors off Tyson, one judge had Tyson up by 87-86, and one judge had Douglas way ahead, and another judge had it even. If that fight was in the United States, they was gonna rob Buster Douglas. So it's good, and they was gonna rob him there too. So it's good that Buster knocked him out. But that's unfortunately boxing rears its ugly head always, man, with all the cheating and the glove thing, man, and it's not going to stop, sadly. But people, you gotta catch them. And like Shaki Foster, I'm glad he caught that dude. I forgot the fighter, but
Miguel Roman,
right? And thanks. And you have to have real boxing people around you to catch all this stuff, man. And see, that's one thing about Mayweather. His team always been on point. They didn't miss a beat. They never missed nothing. They broke down a fighter. They knew Mayweather always knew things about his opponent that other people didn't know, but he didn't disclose it. But I know he knew. He had agents all over the place. So, that goes to that's good because that's what you want. But other fighters wasn't so lucky.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about Floyd, like you said, Kurt, the thing about Floyd is he had a team of boxers around him.
I never seen a fighter control the sport like Floyd. Not Sugar Ray Robinson, not Muhammad Ali. I never seen a guy hold all the cards, and this is against boxing itself and won. Most of the time, they lost against the sport of boxing, but he won. That's why he's hated by a lot of people.
And he picked up on everything, and he just turned it into his own. It's like Bruce Lee. He picked up all these different styles and made it his own one. Remember Sugar Ray Robinson, the way he used to negotiate? He took pieces from that. You know what I mean? This is how Muhammad. He took pieces of the business part outside of the ring, and he incorporated it into his approach to the sport, and it worked. Iron Levent, my brother, saluting the super chat. He said, "I watched the second Wilder Fury fight live, and it felt strange even through the TV. But people think energy is some type of spookiness. Energy is for real. That's a fact.
Because when Fury came out, I said, and then you don't know which way the fight gonna go when it ended, and I saw his interest. I said, this was like more of a coronation than a title fight. The crown and the king's robe and all that. I said, man, it's just funny how things can go one fighter way and everything can go against another fighter. I just didn't like the energy that night. And I was like, man, this don't look good. Sometimes you can feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it just gets this. I don't understand, Kurt. Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder in the super chat, dropping that hundo on us, Kurt, man. He says salute to my brother Carolina Ryder coming through, dropping a hundo on us again, showing love. What's good with you, King? Appreciate you.
Man, he always showing love, man. Salute Carolina. Salute to everybody, basically. But you know, it's you know, the, say what you want. I don't like excuses, but when I see something and I use my expertise and my experience, and I'll be like, this don't look right. Something ain't right. If it don't feel right, it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
That's that little voice in the pit of your stomach saying, "Hey, man, this ain't on the up and up, man." Wilder didn't have a chance that night.
Mm-hmm. Salute to D Dub in the super chat. He said, Blue, did you see the BBC Kinahan documentary? Yeah, I saw it, man. I watched it a few times, and the thing is, it's not surprising. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the sport of boxing is built on, a situation like this. So I'm not surprised at all whatsoever. But I'm surprised at the people that be defending it. Like, why are you surprised? Like, the sport has a history of how you defend this. You can't. You can't. Salute to my brother Stephen Young in Super Chat. He said, competing legacies make these fighters hate on Wilder, and they pretend that they cheating doesn't happen. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can't understand how you appear one of his peers and you say, oh, man, he just need to. You don't even see his rivals saying that, Kurt. But yet you get these dudes that just, man. The funny thing is, Anthony Joshua said, we know these things happen with Tyson Fury. When his fighter was there with what's his name? What was it? Okay, Okoye. Somebody was with Nicholas Asbury, and I want to say it was Okoye, and he said that they called Anthony Joshua when Nicholas Asbury caught the gloves in the sparring, and he said they called Joshua, and Joshua said we aware of his of the things that he do. So why are people surprised? I don't understand that. You know what I mean, Kurt? Like, I don't know. Salute T Skills, my brother in the super chat again, dropping that dub on us, Kurt. He said our boxers need to get unionized. The corruption runs too deep. Boxing is equivalent to dog fighting at this point. Yeah. And the history is just deep, man. Like, I don't understand how people just act like it's not a possibility. That's the thing that gets me. Or the real Rick Rob, salute the brother that came in here, Kurt. He says, no, Blue, it had nothing to do with the Madonna glove situation. It's just Adrien Broner's lazy. Huh?
Lazy. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, really? Really? You'll look at this situation and rather just say, it's so easy, right? And irresponsible. It's so easy to just say, well, Adrien Broner, man, he just don't let his hands go. Opposed to actually looking into it and really looking into it and saying, well, this is something ain't right here. It's easy to just say, well, Adrien Broner, man, that dude don't want to work out. That's why he don't let his hands go. Huh? Champagne Marlowe, my brother in the super chat, he said, I guarantee most fighters' doubt starts in training camp when sparring partners are tougher than the boxer think. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I remember going to see the fights in Atlantic City. There was so many unsavory characters. The mob was around, pimps and prostitutes was all on the boardwalk, and this was the heyday of Atlantic City boxing. You went down. That's why people used to go down there because it was like a free fall. It was like Sodom and Gomorrah almost. Fights always attracted like Mike Tyson fights and Arturo Gatti fights and major fights in Atlantic City. The whole weekend used to be crazy. And after the fight, you see all. I was like, wait a minute now. All these women in mini skirts and you see big fur coats and then you see guys in sweatsuits, middle-aged guys with cigars in their mouth. And I knew what they were. Boxing has always been like that from Al Capone to Frankie Carbo. always attracted unsavory characters because they can muscle their way in the boxing and get away with it.
Yep. TP McCain, my brother in Super Chat, he said, I was at Wilder Fury 2. It felt off for me as well. He said, and knew how it was going to go. Wilder looked off. This is a fact, TP McCain. He looked completely off. Like, it just, it's not that we make it. People, it's easy. Big Theodore, salute. Power to the people, my brother, salute. Khalil Muhammad, George Proctor, salute. Devontae Pickett, CJ, Nuke Juice, salute. It's easy, Tim Nick, salute, to say, oh, well, that's easy. It's easy. It's easy not to look into it. It's easy to just say, to brush it off. That's easier. Oh, man, he just being a sore loser. And go about your day. Mike Smith, salute. That's easy. It's irresponsible, but it's easy. Benjamin Harrington, salute. Because the people that brush it off, when they hear that something came out, those be the same people. Oh, man, for real? Oh, for real? Yeah, for real. For real. Yeah, for real. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H. Dropping that 3/4 quarter of $100 on us in that super chat. He said, not many people willing to put in the work and get the facts. They'd rather take the easy way out and then run from reality when facts are presented. Y'all bring facts to the table and willing to hear someone out. Most just speak from a fantasy world, shaking my head. This is a fact. That's a fact. It's easier. It's easier. Right? How many people, I guarantee you, 80% of the people in here never saw the Louis Resto, Panama Lewis, Collins
Documentary,
Kurt. 80% of the people in here didn't see it. We got 1,000 people in here right now, Kurt. Out of 1,000 people, 80% of the people never saw that documentary.
and I remember when it happened because it was on the undercard of Roberto Duran and Davey Moore, and the guy that suffered Billy Collins that was on the receiving end, the doctor said he couldn't box anymore, and they called it an accident, but he committed suicide by driving his car into a ditch in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. He loved boxing. He couldn't box anymore. He had that Irish blood in him, and he committed suicide basically.
Yeah, and you see his wife is on the show, and look at Louis Resto, Kurt. He goes to Collins' house and talks to his wife, and he can't. It sticks with him. Even his kids in there, they're like, that's all he does all day. That's all he thinks about. He goes to visit Collins' site. He goes to visit his wife, and Kurt, this took place, what, 83?
In 1983, June 16.
Right. So go figure, Kurt. We in 2021. In today's time, he still can't get past it.
That will live with him forever, man. And Panama Lewis with the black bottle and the Pride Naguel fight, and Panama was just he gave the sport a bad look, man. He was in all kinds of crap, man. He was just not a good person to be in a fighter's corner, man. He would do anything for his fighter to win. That Billy Collins and Louis Resto, it was ugly. It was big news too. Mm-hmm. When the next day, it start coming out like a week later and stuff, man. It overshadowed the Ram fight, and I was like, man, he did that, and I was like, oh, because that dude's face looked like a mask. It was so bruised, and mm-hmm. His eyes was damaged, and oh man, it was ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Champagne Marlowe, my brother in the super chat, once again dropping that dub on us. He said, did y'all know they threatened Muhammad Ali because he refused to take the dive, and the NOI protected Ali? Mm-hmm. And they backed down. That's why Ali was the only fighter not to control by them. Salute to the NOI. Oh yeah, for sure. You can see that they show that too on Kurt. Did you ever get to start watching Godfather of Harlem?
No, I'm going to get to it though. I downloaded the app. I ain't put in an account, and I'm gonna watch it though for sure.
Yeah, because they touch on that too, Kurt. You know, I don't want to tell you if you never watch it, but they get to that. They touch on that and everything. So man, it's man, and it goes deep. Watch when you see it, Kurt. Man, it goes deep. You're gonna be. I think I watched the whole series in 2 days, man. I just binge watched it.
Wow, I can't wait to see it, man. I know it's good. So many people told me about it, and I'm a television watcher, so I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Guillotine Dream. That's the name of the show, Assault in the Ring. Yep. Christopher Schaefer, my brother in the super chat. What's good with you, Christopher, man? I ain't see you in a month of days. He says, salute, Blue and Kurt. Cheating happens in every sport at every level. I continues to happen because we have been mind tricked to accept it. Yep, this is why it continues. They say it didn't happen when it's obvious. This is a fact. But listen, when you have the fans and you have their own peers coming out and saying stuff like, man, just accept your loss and go home, accept it and come back. Well, this is why. Until it's them. Until it's them. Tim TV 212, my brother in Super Chat, he said facts over everything, and when you give your opinion back it up with facts. BX strong. Salute to the Bronx, my brother Tim TV 212. Yeah, Kurt. That's the problem, Kurt. When you have your peers and people quick to the fans and it's easier to gloss over. It's easy to gloss over at that point, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because oh man, Adrien Broner is not the most likable figure, so we could gloss over it.
Yeah, people want to see him lose anyway, so he's they make up excuses. Oh, he crying about this and that, and but I don't know, man. It's just that I kind of knew boxing will always be like this because it doesn't have a federal commission, and like my man said, every sport's cheat. Referees was on the tape. Remember that referee that was on the tank at basketball? He admitted, fixing games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in boxing, it's more prevalent because you can get away with it because there's nobody to watch the people who doing it. There's no policing of the sport in boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And look at the what was the judge now? What's his name, Kurt? He transitioned now.
You said the judge?
The referee. The one that was talking about Fury. Remember, he reffed the Fury fight, and he was like, "Man, this guy was the hardest guy to referee." Remember that guy? What was it? The black guy.
Oh, this man, the name escapes me, man.
Yeah.
I know you talk about though.
Yeah. Salute, Renee Bosch Young. What's good with you? Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosch Young. Moped Mosley. Salute. Yeah, he stands with Tim Donahue was the guy in the NBA. Yeah. But in the referee in boxing, he said, man, Tyson Fury, remember he started arguing Tyson Fury and his team after the fight and all of that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Kenny Bellis, Terry Smoot Jr. No. It was Cotton. Cotton, Kurt.
Yeah, I think Eddie Cotton.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, Eddie Cotton. Yep. He said, man, that guy was so horrible in there, man. But yet we continue to say, Marcus the Villain, salute. We continue to say, man, that's not possible. I don't understand it, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. How many likes we got? Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosch Young. Yeah, Kurt, man. So what you think about how that changed Adrien Broner, man?
Well, it's a psychological thing. When you don't throw punches, because what you suffer. Listen, fighters can get knocked out, but when fighters say to themselves, man, I ain't never been hit like that. I don't want to get hit like that again. It can hinder your career because you don't want to go through that. Like you said, he was dazed. So you don't know if he suffered a mild concussion or you just don't know. You just don't know. Look at the second half of the fight. He was getting himself back into the fight. And then when Madonna hit him again, boom, he went down. He just like went down on one knee and he was like looking around and he was just shocked, because a fighter knows, like, listen, I got a good chin. But when you get hit and you be like, wow, what was that? I didn't know he hit like that. Then you have to question it. So, but like I said, it's what you can prove. We can't prove it. We can have a suspicion or we can speculate, but we can't prove it. I mean, we know Marcus Modana can hit, but it's funny how he wanted to wear those same gloves against Floyd. He wanted an advantage, but just like Miguel Cotto, sure, the fight is never the same. Never the same.
Maya Smith said Broner cheated himself. Side says this is sad. What's sad? Man. Salute to my brother Heartless Productions, man. She said Broner cheated himself.
It's hard to cheat yourself when when your opponent is cheating. And like I said, it's just suspicion and speculation. And it's what we can prove. We proved against Margarito, but we can't prove it against Madonna. But those gloves, he wore the same gloves he did, or he tried to wear against Mayweather, then that's an unfair advantage. I'm not the biggest Adrien Broner fan. I don't have a dog in the race, a horse in the race, I should say. So, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. But cheating in boxing, that's not far fetched. It happens for many, many years. I wouldn't be surprised if 50 boxers cheated in the past 2 years. It wouldn't surprise me.
Man, some of these people that say these things, man, Kurt, I wish they get in the ring with Adrien Broner and let Adrien Broner wear those gloves and see if they have the same thoughts. Timothy Dorsey, my brother in the super chat, just like us first and question later doesn't happen anymore. Look at the Super Bowl and tell me because no way was Mahomes beating Brady. Yeah, it's just, it's a case of, you got to look at, see things for what it's are, not what it's supposed to be. There's a difference. They want you to see things for what it's supposed to be, not for what it is. Smash that like button. Get the likes to 1.5. But Kurt, we got some big fights coming up, man. We got Desi Bryant, salute. We got Oscar Valdez, Miguel Burchett next weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. I like Burchett in that fight.
Jinx 1984, salute. Yeah, I love that fight. Righteous One, salute. Josh Hall, salute. I truly believe Miguel Burchett was going to win that fight, though.
Yeah, I didn't like how Valdez looked in the last couple of fights. I think Burchett was going to hit him and hit him a lot and get him out of there mid to late rounds. I want to see Burchett and Shakur, so I'm kind of rooting for Burchett to beat Valdez. But the next 2 weeks, like this Saturday and next Saturday, we got a lot of good fights.
Yeah. Oh, who fights this Saturday again, Kurt?
Oh, Joe Smith Jr.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Castano and Teixeira, I believe. Yeah.
Yep. That's Will of God, salute. Alex York, salute. That fight I'm so interested in, Kurt, because remember, Jamel Charlo's looking to fight the winner. He's looking to fight the winner, so I'm super interested in that fight, Kurt.
Yeah, but Castano win, the fight would be a lot easier to make. I think Castano might win too. And some people say if he wins, he's going to get Charlo a go. I don't see it because he has the wrong style for Charlo, but he has to get past Teixeira first. That's like a 55-45 fight, in my opinion, for Castano. It's going to be a tough fight. It's no walk in the park, so I'm interested in that fight.
Oh, Renee Bashon said Joseph Diaz too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we all forgot about that. Jojo Diaz, yep. There's a ton of fights this week. Yep, absolutely.
King Cole, all facts. Salute. My brother Macadocious Mac of the South. Just do it. Salute. Yeah, Kurt, I forgot, man. We got a lot of fights this weekend.
Yep.
Man, we got a lot of fights this week. I completely forgot about that, man. And so you wasn't here, Kurt, but we had David Benavidez on.
Yeah, I listened to the whole interview.
And so what you think about it?
Well, I like his mindset. I mean, he has the right idea because he said, I want Charlo, then Plant, and that will get me ready for the Canelo fight. And see, this is what I've been lobbying, for fighters. Before you get that Canelo fight, the sweepstakes, you have to be involved and fight tough competition. Just don't go in a Canelo fight when you're inactive and fighting light competition, like all of them are doing. Plant, Sanders, Andrade, and Charlo. So Benavidez got it right. So I want to see if he's going to follow up with that. I want to see if Charlo going to step into the ring with him. If Plant don't fight Canelo, I want to see Benavidez fight Plant, and then Benavidez and Canelo. But I didn't like Charlo's attitude. I'm not fighting nobody under the age of 25 and vaccinated. I was like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
I got on him for that because he didn't think Benavidez was going to be this aggressive. And Benavidez said, hey, come up and we'll fight. So I haven't heard anything. So I'm looking at Charlo kind of side-eyed, man. He hasn't said anything. So if he go and fight somebody else, I don't know, man. The Benavidez fight is possible.
And we said next week we got Bichette. We forgot Adrien Broner next week too.
Yep, Adrien Broner, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I forget about fights, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Wait a minute, we got so and so," and it's a surprise.
Right. Yeah, he fighting Giovanni Santiago. 14-0. Yeah. I could, man. And we talking about Adrien Broner. I completely forgot, man.
Me too. And Easter's on that. Is he fighting on the undercard or no?
He's supposed to be, but I checked his box rank. They still don't have no opponent there. So I was hoping that there's no reason for him to be so inactive. MX go. Adrien Broner is fighting Giovanni Santiago next Saturday. Miguel Burchett fighting next Saturday as well. But Kurt, there's no reason, man. Robert Easter has one loss on his resume, and there's no reason why he's inactive.
Yeah, he,
Kurt, he's only 30. It feel like he only 30.
Mm-hmm.
The last time he fought was October of 2019, 2 years ago.
Oof. All the fighters like that, Blue and Chat, they're not active enough, man. And that's why I pick, talk about Canelo versus the field. I'm picking Canelo, beat all of them because they haven't shown me that they want to be great. And that's very important. Charlo haven't shown me that. Sanders either. He going to get the Canelo fight. But will he be ready mentally? Will all of them be ready? Andrade definitely ain't showing me nothing. Plant either. I didn't like how Plant looked in the last fight. That performance is not going to be Canelo. Charlo, I don't know. Is he going to show up? Is he going to fight? Where he quit on the stool? I can't imagine him doing that, but you don't know until the fight happens. I'm just not comfortable of the way their careers has gone, all those fighters that I mentioned. So that gives Canelo a leg up. He's fighting Yildirim. Then he's going to fight again in May, Cinco de Mayo. Then he's going to fight a Mexican independence. So he's keeping himself busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Canelo fighting in 2 weeks. Plus, I got his Peace of Blessings, Queen. PA player, salute. Roy Boy, Florida. Jerry 216 Robinson. Ronald Morgan, salute to y'all. Michael Colbert, salute. Jafari Caesar, my brother, salute. Yeah, correct. Dre Finest, salute. Yeah, they just inactive. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand Robert Easter being so inactive with all the skills, man.
He got that money for Mikey. He living high off the hog.
And the thing is, he's in a weight class where there's a lot of legacy fights.
They don't want it. They don't want to be great. They don't. You know, Mikey Garcia is another inactive one. Robert Easter is another one. They just, you know, Adrien Broner's finally fighting. Keith Thurman is another one. They
Right.
don't want to fight. Manny Pacquiao is another one. Who would think you'll see the day where he became a diva and giving you the running rounds? You know, I mean, everybody. It seemed like in the words of Ted DiBiase, everybody has a price. That price is, hey, I'll put in the work. Now I'm going to rest on my laurels. That's the attitude that they have.
Yeah, and Pacquiao started. He announced he started training camp, but for who?
He still ain't say nobody.
Yeah, he started
Playing
training.
games. Playing games, man. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, Corey McGowan, my brother in the super chat, he says salute to you, King. Ronald Morgan, my brother in the super chat, he said Easter fighting Ryan Martin, I think, Blue.
Yeah, that's right. Ryan Martin. Yep.
Yeah, that's what that. But it's still not official, and that fight that's next weekend.
If it's not official, maybe it's off.
Right. It's not on Box, right? It's not on the news. I haven't heard anything about it. Nothing. There's nothing about it. That's initially who they said, but what's next? Because we ain't hearing nothing about it. And that fight is next week. Next week, Kurt.
Mm-hmm. That means he ain't fighting then, probably.
Right. Will Chamberlain Jones, salute. Broner's fight next week. DP Rocker, my brother in the super chat, said, peace to you, good brothers. Do you think the council will come after you guys for exposing the truth about the shadiness in boxing? No. Max Savage, salute. No, man. Reek Ross, salute. They have to debunk everything. No. Smash that like button. How many likes you got? Yeah, Kurt, man. So, you know, I believe they're looking to set up that Adrien Broner Regis Prograis fight. What you think about that?
Oh man, that's a good fight. I like Prograis in that fight, but the matchup is intriguing to me. That's a good fight to make, and I hope it gets done. Adrian just can't, you know, seem to win a big fight. You know, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. That's him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
Second place is the first loser.
Yep. Man, it's just the brother said Robert Easter keep posting flyers. He said if a fight, but who knows? Yeah, I didn't even see him. Man, he posted in November on this, so it's like, you know, I just don't understand it, Kurt, man. If I'm 30 years old, man, and you stand to make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, there's no way I'm not making millions upon millions of dollars, Kurt.
He has the. You gotta want to be great. You gotta want to do it. Boxing is a sport. You got this. See, you could play football. You can play basketball. You can kind of go through the motions. I done seen players do it, but in boxing, you got to be fully committed. If not, then you know you're gonna take a year and a half and 2 years off. But there's fights I'm looking forward to, like Neri and Figueroa and um, Chocolatito and El Gallo and Estrada. And the one I really want to see is Josh Taylor and Ramirez. I heard May 22nd on ESPN. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, they moved off of Canelo's dates.
I'm hearing May 22nd, ESPN. That's what I'm hearing.
Paul Carrick said, do you think boxing will ever get a commission, Kurt?
No, because then the sanctioning body's going to lose money. Nobody wants to be policed. The sanctioning bodies right now, they have a lot of freedom. They can do what they want. They don't want to be looked over. What's my man who died? Senator McCain tried to get something going and he was shut down. So, you know, it goes way up to the top. There's a lot of money involved, and nobody wants to be police. You have state commissions, but no federal commission.
Renee Bashon, he says stylistically, AB can do well against Regis, but we got to see how he does next week. Well, next week he gonna look good. You know anything about his opponent, Kurt?
Yeah, tailor made for Adrien Broner, aggressive offensively, defense. Nah, that's why they picked him. But I don't know. Programs is very aggressive, man. That's the wrong kind of fight for Broner because Broner don't let his hands go. He's gonna have to let his hands go if he fight Prograve. Prograve defense ain't as good as I thought. He got hit a lot against Giles Taylor, but that's a good solid matchup for Broner and for Prograve. I would love to see it. Good matchup.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be exciting, man. I think there's no loser in that fight. Salute my nephew Christian Harrar in the building. What's good with you, Chris? That's my nephew, Kurt.
Hey, salute to you, nephew.
Yeah, so I think that fight is no loser, Kurt. Broner and Prograis. And just like I don't think that there's a loser in David Benavidez Charlo fight. I think we win all the way around. Now, let me ask you this, Kurt. Anthony Joshua clearly stated he wanted to fight. We got 800 people still in the building, man. How many likes we got? Let's get them likes up. Let's get the likes to 1.5, man. Get the likes up. Actually, we need to get it to 2K, but we should definitely have 1.5 likes. So, Anthony Joshua, he stated, Kurt, that it only made sense to fight Tyson Fury if it was in the UK. But now we know that the UK is not going to host this fight. So the UK is not going to host this fight. The thing about it is, to me, is that Anthony Joshua is supposed to be the A side because he holds all the belts except for one, and he's been a champion longer than Fury now. So he should be the one in the position, but it seems like he's dragging his feet because there's an issue. Here we go. They said, Kurt, we in week 3. They said 2 weeks ago that they was going to announce the fight 2 weeks ago. Now we in week 3. We still ain't getting no announcement. And from what I'm hearing, Kurt, is that Joshua is not sure that Tyson Fury will have a belt moving forward after this arbitration with Deontay Wilder. He thinks it's a possibility he could be stripped of the title. So he don't want to sign because then he'll sign to fight Tyson Fury. But if Tyson Fury don't have a belt, he don't see a point in fighting Tyson Fury.
Well, yeah, he wants to become undisputed. That's why it's a lot of money on that table. I'm a businessman, so boy, just like I think of Kell Brook, Amir Khan, 2 idiots who should have fought, who messed up a lot of money when the fight was hot. Yeah, he wants to become undisputed, and this is why the fight is not announced. Now, I want to see the fight. I think it's a hot fight. I think it'd be the biggest fight by far in UK's history. It'd probably be in the Middle East. They seem to throw a lot of money around for big fights. They have the money, with the rich sheiks and all that. But I'm interested. But we have to wait and after arbitration, see how they're going to rule. If Fury keeps the WBC belt, then we're going to have a unification fight between them two, and maybe Wilder, somehow, some way get the winner, but he has to keep busy. But Fury and Joshua, I want to see it. I want to see undisputed heavyweight champion. I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
As an American fight fan, I'm interested in 2 Brits. I never thought I'd see the day. No disrespect for UK. I respect the UK. That's where boxing came from. But I'm very interested in Joshua and Fury fight.
Carl Littlevoice, salute. Paul Carrick, my brother. He super chatted the question, his original question, but we answered it. He said, what were the chances of boxing getting a commissioner? Salute, Paul Carrick, for the super chat. We had answered the question before you even super chatted it when you initially put it out. But go ahead, Kurt.
Well, like I said, that's not going to happen because of the money. Sanctioning bodies want the freedom to do what they want, but we're not going to see no federal commission. Not right now.
Yeah, Curry. So you know, it needs it, but it'll never happen. It makes sense, but it'll never happen. You know what I mean, Kurt?
Yeah, you're right. It ain't gonna happen. So we're gonna continue to get mess but we love this sport so much, man. Boxing always seemed to get black eyes and bloody noses and fat lips, but keep on trucking. It just seems to uh, right the ship and keep on moving.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot of problems and ills, but we love the sport so much, man. We just keep it moving, and it always delivers a fight that excites us. I don't know what fight that will be, but we're gonna have some doozies this year. And we talk about boxing. We criticize it, rightfully so. We the fans, we pay for the pay-per-views and the tickets, so we have a right. Boxing can't get out of its own way most of the time, if not all the time, but it just seems to deliver just enough good fights to keep us interested.
Box fans, Kurt, he said, I'm stuck here. LOL. Yeah, Kurt. So let me ask you this, Kurt. What you think the chances of, because Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, like we said, is going to be May 22nd, right? I feel like the winner of that fight is going to go up to 147. I can't see them sticking around no more. They're going to vacate the belts. So that opens things up, Kurt, because now Adrien Broner be back active. Regis Prograis, Adrien Broner could be for a belt now. You see what I'm saying? And the loser, what do you think? Do you think the loser stick around to 140, or are they both going up to 147?
Regardless who win or loses, they both going up to 147. Taylor and Ramirez. I don't think they're gonna have a lot of success at 147. I just don't see it. They get hit too easy. Ramirez and he was getting hit against Hooker before Hooker got knocked out. Hooker just ain't strong enough, for like Ramirez and for Ortiz coming up. But Taylor's a good fighter. He's one of the very best fighters from the UK right now. But we have weight divisions for a reason, and they go up welterweights, man. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard. I can't tell you who's going to win between Taylor and Ramirez, though. That's why I'm interested. It's a 50-50 fight because Ramirez has a good left hook, and Josh Taylor has length, and he has a lot of dog in him and stuff. I saw that in the Prograis fight. So that's a very interesting fight. And you're right about Prograis and Broner. That could be for 1 or 2 titles. So, we'll see.
Yeah, guy came in. He said, Blue, you shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be surprised I was an amateur. I know about Sheffield Tactic, Winco Bank Gym. So he's saying about the tactics of Tyson Fury. He says he's an amateur boxer from Tyson Fury's gym.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the tactics, bro. Samuel Washington, salute. So Kurt, what and then we could have Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, those guys moving up to 140 as well.
Well, there's a plethora of really good fights to make. I want to see them made. I'm not going to get my hopes up until they're in the ring and the bell goes ding, round 1. That's when I'll be excited. That's a good fight, Teofimo and Haney, man. Teofimo powerful, Haney length, size, and athleticism. So they both, like you said, going to be at 140. They can't maintain 135. There's a whole lot of great fights to be made. I just want them made. We could have a golden era and today. That's how many good fighters we have.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. So Demetrius Andre, man, he comes out and he says that Jamal Charlo, forget about what happened 10 years ago. Let's go ahead and make this fight. I definitely would love to see him fight either Charlo, right? Bella Brittany, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Stormy B Man, my brother, what's good? Go subscribe to Stormy B Man. Kanal Williams, salute. Right? Oh yeah, Kurt. Before we get to that, Efe Ajagba. Did you hear about those comments he made?
Yeah, man, I didn't take too kind, what he said and his family about Deontay Wilder, taking pictures with the African guard because I was like kind of going at it with a couple of people on the subject. And I was like, well, you guys come over to the United States and you star in our movies, and you got a Nigerian actress, Cynthia Erivo, that played Harriet Tubman. She get ready to play Aretha Franklin, two iconic Black American legends. I
Mm-hmm.
said, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Y'all act funny style, and Wilder was showing love to African roots, but instead of saying, hey, he's showing Africa love, y'all criticize him, calling him clown. But as soon as I say, or somebody say, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, oh, you being divisive and all that. No, that's not it. But you're being very hypocritical because you say that, and then when Beyonce made that video, Black is King, and y'all got on her about it, and now you're getting on Deontay Wilder, so you're being two-faced. So, I want to see Wilder in a Jaguar fight, so Wilder can knock him into pieces.
Mm-hmm. The real McCoy salute, and that's the thing, Kurt. It's like he's not ready for that. And the thing was, PLG Ski, Rampage Jackson, salute. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. My thing, Kurt, about it was this, right? I'm like, he's allowing them to push him into this fight by saying, "Oh yeah, you did you see how they told him? They told him go ahead and make the fight, inform Top Rank and inform ESPN, tell them that you want to."
Yeah, but see, Blue, that's the hatred because family and friends is telling, and he's listening.
Right.
Hey, I call that boxing ring, I call the square circle, as the ultimate truth serum. It don't care what Deontay look like, but if he lands that right hand, you're gonna be on your back. But
Right.
they pushing him like I want to fight this clown and calling him all kinds of names, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this serious? Because he took some old pictures with some African garb. You that sensitive or that upset that a guy from Alabama, they look at it as misappropriation. They don't see us as them. But I'm not going to get into that. But
Right.
I was on the ground with him, and I'm like, what? I'm like, you that upset? Okay, let them push you into a fight, and I hope Deontay Wilder accepts the challenge so he can knock you clean out.
Right. My brother Terrell Barnes in the super chat. He said, "Do your thing, Blue." He said, "But they wear the Western society's garb, bro."
Our culture permeates the world, man. Our culture through athletics, through style and fashion, entertainment. We have iconic, legendary people in all fields, and everybody follow our lead.
Mm-hmm. Mississippi King said they told FA to say that. Yeah, they did. The thing is that he repeated it. 305 Grant, salute. He repeated it. That's where I was like, huh? Because see, I met F.A. Ajagba. I interviewed F.A. Ajagba. I talked to F.A. Ajagba, right? And I asked him about Deontay Wilder, and he had the utmost respect for him. Amari Antique, salute. 24/7 King mentality, salute. He had the utmost respect. So you're gonna allow them to tell you, oh man, this guy's he's misrepresenting, and tell ESPN and tell Bob Arum that you want to fight him so you can knock him out. Really? And then you repeat it? And you repeat it? Like, you don't have Ronnie Shields in your corner. That was a huge mistake, in my opinion. And now you're ready to repeat this? You ready to go into a fight with Deontay Wilder? Really? You ain't ready. He's not ready for that fight, Kurt. He ain't ready for that fight, Kurt.
He looked at bad. He's very slow. He's very slow. I mean, he's not ready. He got a lot of hold in his armor, and plus it was a mistake getting rid of Ronnie Shields. So I don't know who he's gonna fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if he get upset because if that guy he fought before had more power, he was getting hit with clean right hands. He's lucky that guy didn't have a lot of power.
Mm-hmm. Real McCoy and brother in the super chat, he said, it's not if not if he lands, it's when he lands that right hand. Oh, for sure. Oh, he gonna land that right hand on that Fed. Like, bro, like this is all unnecessary. It's all unnecessary on his part. You know, because he could talk up a fight with Deontay Wilder without using this tactic. He could, you know what I'm saying? It's like it wasn't, you know, you letting clearly this is just boiled over. You know, this is not the first time they clearly had this conversation. Iron Levent, my brother in the super chat. The funny thing is, last year Ajaba said he liked the picks. Now now he don't like it. Very, very suspect. Right.
Because he's listening to family and friends. There's somebody who feels offended by that, and what kills me, that's right. But he agreeing with them.
Right.
He letting the pressure bust pipes, and he letting peer pressure get to him. You got to do something, Effie, like he's a superhero or something. He's making us look bad. This clown wearing our clothes. Oh, you got to do something, and he's falling for it.
Yeah, Cerebral Shadowboxer said Blue Drew Titan exposed in the super chat. Salute, my brother Cerebral Shadowboxer. He said Blue Drew Titan exposed FA today. He actually liked the picks when they first came out. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I talked to him. He likes Deontay Wilder. You know, so it's like I don't understand what that like we know that the family they're not approving of it, and he's allowing it to. He allowing EJ Loves who he allowing them to dictate it.
Well, Blue, unfortunately, Blue in chat, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Ain't kinfolk. M. Bison, salute. What's good? Stedman Pageant, salute. He said first comment. Salute to you, King. M. Bison. 24/7 King mentality, my brother in Super Chat. If you recall, Blue and Kurt, that's the strategy James Prince made Floyd use on Diego. RP, my favorite fighter, man. Yeah, Diego Corrales was special, man. He was special, man. Special fighter. Flosson's Colson, salute. He said FA Job is married to an American woman. He is not very smart. Will get knocked out soon.
Oh, he is? I ain't know that.
Yeah,
Thanks for telling.
Unforgiving in life. Salute. Yeah, he is. Man, I don't understand. I don't understand that, man. You know, you gotta emotion. You know, emotion gets you in trouble, man. Every time.
I think I was gonna say something, but I think I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
We got to keep it clean.
Yeah, and there wasn't no curse word either, but
Yeah, Kurt, man, there's so many times I got to do it, man. It's just like
this channel is about integrity and professionalism, and we talk boxing. Sometimes we go off the grid and or we talk about other subjects, but nah, I think I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. Geez, salute. He said Edwin Valero was special. Oh yeah, he was. 704 Joe, my brother, salute. Smash that like button, man. How many likes we got? Oh, Evan, we talked about Edwin Valero before, man. Yeah, he definitely was special, man. Special, man. His future was bright, man. It's unfortunate sometimes in the sport of boxing. But Kurt, yeah, let's get out of here, Kurt.
Yes, anyway. Indeed. Oh, go ahead, Blue.
No, I was just gonna ask you. Oh, we got one more super chat, Kurt. Mosine Beige says, so a brother paying homage to the culture of his forefathers is wrong. ? Nobody can take away your ethnicity away from you. Yeah, your ethnicity. I can't get the words out of my mouth today. Ethnicity away from you. Facts.
Well, I have to bite the bullet on this one. Boy, I don't want to rile up nobody, but anyway, anyway, it was great being back. Great talking boxing again. I was itching to talk some boxing, and we got some great fights. Thank you, chat. I listen. I love everybody, man, but I'm not going to pander and kiss nobody tail when people taking shots at my people all the time and expect me not to say nothing. And I got a fiery mouth, man. When I want to be, I hold back a lot, but I'm only here to talk boxing and get along with everybody. And Blue, great job as always, man. And I'm just looking forward to the special guests and to the fights that's coming up, man. And we'll be back tomorrow with some great boxing content.
Yep. Darren Turner in Super Chat said Fury went from stop using recreational use to using to a recreational kingpin, but we supposed to believe he didn't cheat. Yeah, I mean, some numbers just don't add up for certain people, my brother Darren Turner. Some people, the numbers just don't add up. Khalil Muhammad, he said, Blue, do you think Anus is ready for Errol for Spencer Crawford? Nah, not yet. Not yet. It's not time. RGJ3 Boxing in Super Chat, he said, Ajaba will be another Dominic Brazil replay. Oh, for sure. That's what I believe. He's just not physically ready, man. He's not ready. But yeah, Kurt, let's get on out of here, man. So, yeah, we're going to have another special guest on tomorrow, Kurt.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll be back up and running. But that's all we got for y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Max Savage saluting the Super Chat. He said, I don't like the double standards against Native Black American boxers. I wish y'all wouldn't sugarcoat it when it's blatant not there. Oh man, we ain't sugarcoating nothing. You gotta address it in a certain manner to get your point across. That's what happens. It's not sugarcoating it. It's just the way to address it.
We don't sugarcoat anything here in the Super Chat. I'm big on integrity and professionalism. I don't want to sound like I'm standing in the corner of Newark downtown Broader Market. I'm a 54-year-old man. I try to handle things with class, but no, we don't sugarcoat it. No.
No, we don't do that. Not over here. But yeah, let's get up out of here. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.